Hello, you beautiful internet you, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Careful Cantrip, where a group of friends from coast to coast do their absolute bestest to get lost in dungeons and run away from them dragons. As always, I'm your host and ever-loving universe DM Dave, and these warriors of the dice beside me are my players. Guys, you already know what to do. Give some love to the trippers out there, would you?
Hi!
So, first and foremost, many apologies for the technical difficulties tonight. Just pick one of us to blame tonight. I think it was a good combination. The blame can be spread around evenly tonight, I think. But with that said, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for the hype train coming in. Y'all are absolutely fantastic. Fantastic individuals. Bobby, if you don't mind, hitting them with one time.
Ah, damn.
Attaboy, attaboy.
Scared me.
And also we've got some announcements for the evening. Let me turn this down a little bit because it might be a little bit too loud. That's the wrong one. That is the right one. First and foremost, going to switch it over to the lovely CC CEO, Raina Ray. Take it away, Raina.
Well, hello, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to be super fast for this part of the announcements. Look how cool my shirt is. Oh, do you like it? Because Bobby made it. And if you really like it, see, here. If you really like my shirt, you can buy it in our merch shop. I can't speak tonight. You can buy it in our merch shop. There, look, Crimson put our merch link in, so go there. You can buy it. Also, we have other cool stuff. This isn't even from our newest release. Dave is also wearing a shirt.
I got the onlytrippers.gov. It's backwards, but... So it's
not backwards.
Vog.rippertool.
This sweater specifically that Dave is wearing was also made by our good friends Polywags. That was a joint effort. Also a major inside joke from our Wednesday night art stream. So we definitely don't have an OnlyFans.
Yet. The next thing is really cool thing. Okay, so have you all heard of Dungeon Delvers Gaming? Because Dungeon Delvers Gaming reached out to us, and they were super awesome. And he made he sent us gifts, okay? It took a while to come in. Bobby's opening we all got a gift based on our characters from this campaign. So we wanted to show you all. Hold on, I'm gonna leave. Oh wait, we weren't supposed to take them out of the boxes?
Grab your boxes.
Oh yeah, no, I totally didn't take mine out of the box.
Didn't open it yet. Okay,
I didn't totally not open this at all.
I would never have opened this without the rest of you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's in a box.
Okay.
I opened mine and then I rewrapped it, and now everyone is admitting that they opened it, so I did it for no reason.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jess. I did not open mine at all.
Wow.
Whoa! I've totally never seen this before. It's amazing. Ooh.
Pretty dope.
Wow, this is totally the first time I've ever seen this. What?
Yeah, wow.
It's amazing.
Okay. So these dice boxes are super, super cool. Dungeon Delvers Gaming hand designed them each for our characters. We're going to do like a rapid round with everybody. So I'll start with mine. This is based on V. He used Purple Heart wood and this resin. It's supposed to be like, the air and the mountains. And then he used this really awesome, it's real leather, purple. It's like purpley blue leather. It's so cool. Okay, Bobby, you're next. Go.
Boy, I love mine. I got this cool white leather thing going on, and there's images from the Da Vinci Code throughout mine, which will make sense for my character later. Wow.
Spoilers.
Dave, DM Dave.
Mine is a red box. It's got black interior in it. It's super nice. And I just realized, I don't know if the Dungeon Delvers did this on purpose, but it's got red, white, and blue right here because y'all know USA, USA,
oh.
USA.
Okay, Swiss Dave, you're next.
Or France.
Okay. Here's mine. You can see we have a vibe of blood on the side. It's V's. I keep it with me out all the time.
What the fuck,
Never
man?
snow because yay. Green inside. Love it.
Okay, Rob.
As you can see, you got my dice box. It's really cool. It's so bright because, like, Sicarius' great personality, and has a nice big S with a big sword on it because he's not vain at all, and it's great. I love it.
You mean the sword you lost?
Oh no, this is the new one, the black one, but now it's purple. But we won't talk about that.
That's also for later in the campaign, maybe, if I remember.
I got this really cool bad boy with that kind of blue blacky kind of leather, which is really really nice, and it's got like these like red, clear, and inky black sort of swath patterns to like match all the storytelling and nightmare smoke that I've been rocking, and it's also, I think this is the Peruvian walnut, which is very important to my backstory for reasons I'm not telling anyone.
Great. Jess.
He was a walnut all along.
Should I do it ASMR style?
Yes.
Get going.
This is my dice box. It has green epoxy. Tap, tap, tap. Xana's bear paw. Don't make me laugh. You're ruining my whisper. And then red leather on the inside. It's very pretty.
Sweet nothings.
And they all came with these stickers with their logo, which are super.
Yeah,
they
yes,
did.
Dungeon Delvers thing.
I'll be putting
Okay,
mine on my iPad.
So here's the crazy.
Wait, y'all
thing
didn't get
about
to the Dungeon Delvers logo like etched into yours?
this. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
okay.
there.
I thought mine was
Fine.
special for a minute. Okay.
Mine's
Right there.
That's
right
fine.
there.
Mine's gold. It's hard to see.
Okay. So first of all, thank you to Dungeon Delvers for
You're awesome.
like just giving us
Yeah.
these. That's so like I don't know. I'm still beside myself. Like this is
I was
so
using
cool.
a drawer.
The other cool thing is that so because we've been in talks for so long, because shipping things to DAG took like 17 years, they decided to, if you guys really like these dice, oh hey Dungeon Delvers, they're in chat. Hey, thank you so much, these are so awesome.
Thank you. They're
so
amazing.
If anyone in here in chat or on YouTube when you're watching on Sunday, and you really like these dice boxes, go to their website, dungeondelversgaming.com, and get this, if you use the code CAREFUL, you'll get 20% off. So you should just do it if you want a dice box, because it's handmade. You can get a custom-made dice box if you want, or I'm sure Dungeon Delvers has just other boxes that they do too. So go check them out. Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Just hypothetically speaking, say for example, I don't know, I TPK the party tonight. Does that mean we get all new boxes? Is that how that works?
You know what? We'll have to talk to Dungeon Delvers about that. He's crying in chat. Yeah.
Play match, just like do it.
I will try my least hardest to not TPK the party.
There's a lot of double negatives.
What
Okay.
what
Um,
about me?
okay.
Just me?
That's fine.
Just-
Oh, you want me to just kill you again? That's fine. I can do
don't
that.
kill me this time.
Hey,
so
let me write this
okay
down.
with that.
Run
He
and
owns
gun
that part of the
for
gaming.
Swiss Dave. Got it. Perfect.
He's already dead.
That's true.
I don't know it yet.
He came prepared this time. He's like, I'm just gonna start off there. He can't kill me.
Okay. Any other announcements from you, lovely Miss Raina Ray?
No, unless you want to talk about your thingy on Thursday.
Yes,
Well,
I
that'd be
do.
appropriate, I think.
Yeah, this is like this Minecraft channel.
Well, it's 18 plus for today. So this Thursday, two of us, myself and the lovely Dead Aussie Gamer, who's right over way down at the end of the line down there, are going to be playing a very special one-shot that, it feels like it's been in the planning for almost a year now. We're going to be over on Rob Hartley GM's channel together with myself, Dag, Dread, Mandari, and Sarah from Pixies and... What? Pixies and what?
Sarah Moore.
Sarah Moore from Pixies and other stuffs. We're going to be running a level 20 one-shot And I cannot wait. I'm super excited for you guys to meet my wonderful new character, Gary, the level 20 health and safety inspector. Just you wait and see. It's going to be a bunch of laugh riots. Dag, do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, I'm annoying Rob. I'm playing a character that he made fun of because he said that I couldn't get my AC high, and I said, meet Atlas. Atlas is unbreakable, and his AC is silly. It is silly.
Nice.
And he's a level 14 Abjuration Wizard, Paladin Warforge, built in full plate.
Whew.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. You actually made a
Can't do
good
anything else,
character.
but he won't kill me. Oh, I made. Yeah, so yeah, it was for D20 deathmatch, and they all started having to go at me. So I was like, I'll show you. It's like it's one of those literally, you will rue the day moments.
Oh,
and
okay.
This Friday is the day that will be rude.
Yeah, no, you're playing a good character. I'm playing a health and safety inspector, and I'm pretty sure Faye's going to play Rob. But hey, we'll see what happens there. Other than that, I don't know if we have any. Does anybody else have announcements?
Nope.
Rob, you got nothing?
I got nothing.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Oh, see you, Jess.
Hi, Jess.
Jess was over it. She's done. Okay, so without any further ado, oh, she's really gone. Oh no, she's back. Without any further ado, because we kept it way too long. Players, are you ready?
Ready?
Yep.
And trippers, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Without any further ado, let's go ahead.
I thought you were asking me. Sorry, it was all robotic.
And Jess, are you ready?
Jess, are you ready?
I'm ready. I think. I hope.
All right. Well, now that we're all ready, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Rob, do you have a wig on?
No. It just took so long for that intro. I grew my hair out.
I never noticed how luscious and beautiful your hair is.
I know.
Oh, good. This again. So, when we last left our heroes standing at the edge of the mouthway leading into the deepest of throats on the god known as Yara, our heroes ventured further into the god, sliding down the throatway and into the lungs. There they met a strange, small individual. Sorry, let me just fix this for a second. Dag always throws me off when he's doing weird shit.
How long have we been doing this?
I don't always have you guys up on my main screen. I just see him like, I don't know, flailing about like he's choking or something. I don't know. Meeting a small...
Yeah, there's a professional train.
Professionals.
Meeting a small fiendish creature who seemed to know a little bit more about the circumstances that they faced. Not only telling them the location of where to find Captain Ajax and his strange crew of voidpyres, but also what could potentially lead to his demise. Trying to figure out their next best course of action, Grimore, asked for the small gemstone found in Sicarius's pocket. Once again, reverberating, clicking, making a clicking noise into the gemstone itself. They realized it was now closer to a homing device than anything else, as swarms of voidpyres began to converge on their area. With some quick thinking, the party were able to find their way through the soft tissue, now petrified, lungs of the god Yara. Quickly making their way around it and outside of the lungs where all voidpyres were now congesting on. That's a lung pun there. They finally made their way into the large cavern of Yara's chest, only to find the stronghold of Ajax high above, now positioned atop the heart. As they entered inwards, they met themselves with a very strange door, and a voidpyre dragging one of the mind-controlled miners over to the doorway. Seeing preemptively what could possibly become of this miner, the party stepped forward, defeating the voidpyre and allowing poor Johnston, now becoming the most powerful NPC with 2 invisible coins, some ball bearings, and a pocket full of sand, back into the wilds. And as they finally figured out the mystery behind the door, allowing them to open it, they slowly walked through into the darkness, unknown what might come next. And so, our story continues. As the door swings open, you're faced initially with the darkness. Looking forward, expecting to see some type of grand hallway, a large entranceway. As your eyes adjust, you now realized that a staircase stands in front of you. What looks like a very narrow staircase swirls around, down into the darkness. What would y'all like to do?
Yeah, I'm not going down there.
Grimore. We
No, I'll
must.
wait up
We
here for
didn't
you
come
guys to
this far
finish.
from
I'll
nothing,
just slow
did
you
we?
down.
Grimore, we will. This could be dangerous. We need your
Yeah,
help.
that was my thought exactly, actually.
I know, but what if you stay up here and the rest of us could have used your help to survive?
I mean, you'll have Oxy here.
I think we might
Grimore,
need
what
all
if
of
you
us.
stay up here and some threat comes for you here while you are alone?
Oh, fuck. Alright, I guess I'll...
I've
You know
got
what,
you.
If that being the case, maybe I should take the lead so you guys can watch my back. I'll look for traps. I'm really good at doing that.
Ooh, I don't want
I
anything
had
to
a-
happen to you.
Grimore, why don't you ride on Oksana's shoulders, or you can take my hand, whichever you prefer. We can all go together.
Are you coming on to me right now? Yeah, I think you're a nice girl and all. It's just there's certain lines I don't cross. With companions.
It is good we established that. Thank you for letting me know. But no, I was.
I'll hold your hand, but just know it's completely platonic.
Okay.
Right.
Are we finished with this? Shall we go now?
Yeah, I was thinking since it's so dark, I could use my little trilling noise to try to pick up what's going on in front of us. But I'm worried it'll bring the vampire things. What are they called again? Voidpyres to us. So I'm gonna avoid doing that, I think.
So shall we go in the dark, or I can just cast light again and clear our way?
Could you
Yes,
please?
I
I
believe
can't
that-
see anything.
Alrighty, I cast light.
I was going to say, between the glowing ball of light that the voidpyres clearly don't need to walk through this area, I don't think your echolocation is going to cause any kind of alarm.
Plus, the voidpyres tend to not like the light anyway, so maybe they'll keep them away.
I just don't want to alert them to our location.
Too late. They know we're here.
That's true. Shall we descend?
Start going down the stairway.
Okay.
Is everyone all right in terms of I know we just battled and it feels like it was a week ago. I can't remember. Is
I don't know.
everyone all
Just
right?
hang out near me. You'll feel refreshed. It's very soothing.
It's the hair, isn't it?
It
Sicarius?
must be the hair. So shall we go?
Ready when you are.
Okay. As you begin to make your way down the staircase, it seems rather quiet at first. The only noises you can make out are the chattering of Grimore's teeth, and it seems Jed humming some jingle to himself in the back.
Oh yes, Jed.
Oh, Jed's here.
As you get closer and closer to the bottom, another noise starts to spark your attention. Starting off slow and almost rhythmic. But as you get closer, you realize what the sound is. A number of moans and wails seeping up from the bottom of the stairwell. Do you want to say something there, Grimore?
I don't think the mic was picking. I was chattering my teeth.
I was picking it up. I just can't do anything because my powers don't work.
What am I supposed to do?
I mean, look. Yeah, you. I mean, what about? Okay, hold on, wait. I can do this. See, hearing the sounds of Grimore's teeth clattering, he looks over to V and says, What do your eyes see when you look at Grimore right now?"
Fear.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see.
Grimore,
Grimoire.
Grimore.
What you need to do, well, it's not what you need to do, but what you can do is part of this, I suppose, power is to alleviate some of that fear and bring it into yourself, to draw on it the same way that you were earlier. Now, a lot of people may think that this is a bad thing, but actually it really does help cut the tension and the edge of abject terror. While it isn't a replacement for bravery, it still steadies the nerves. But don't consume too much.
Or what?
Those without fear at all place themselves in a dangerous game. A mistaken sense of confidence that could lead them to ruin. See, fear, it's not a bad thing. It protects us. It keeps us safe. To not have it is far more dangerous.
All right, Grimore. And V will crouch down. Would you like me to help you?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, earlier we were talking about what happened between Basil and I have a way of alleviating how you're feeling right now.
So what you're asking is, do I want you to eat my fear, whatever the hell's going on? No, I don't. I've lived with fear for a while now. I can handle myself. He's still chattering his teeth and shaking a little bit.
Are you sure? Just
It's
a little.
really freaky and weird. I'm sorry. Basil, I didn't mean it like that. I'm afraid
Basil.
more of what I don't know rather than what.
What I can tell you, what you will know, is that you will feel less scared.
He'll look at Basil having felt bad about what he just said. All right, only because I trust you two for whatever damn reason.
Terrible insight checks. That's why. Okay.
Just going with the fact that I have not rolled over like a 5 for insight checks, so I'm just assuming my character just can't get a read on people.
All right. V will, I guess, attempt to control her feed this time. Oh my God, what have you done, Basil?
Here we go with the spooky eyes again.
And I guess she will just try and feed on just a little bit of Grimore's sphere.
What does it look like?
The fear or feeding?
When-
That's a great question.
When
That's-
you feed on him, because if it looks threatening or something,
Can't see.
something bad,
Oh, wait, yeah,
Footprint.
we casted light.
We won't even make it to the bad guy. We're just gonna stop right here.
I don't want to
I'm-
speak for
Somebody's
Dak,
itching
but-
for a fight.
I was gonna say, I imagine the only thing that Basil will interject with is if V actively tries to physically bite Grimore. Like, no, it's not like that. It's just biting someone.
I would
But apart
assume
from
it's
that-
similar to what's happened before, where like you can't actually see anything, or maybe a little bit because you saw the darkness leave out of that miner. But V'll just take both of Grimore's hands, and then
One hand.
fuck.
He's only
It's
got
platonic,
Sorry,
Like, you
man.
guys constantly forget this.
V puts both hands out, like
Yeah, he puts both hands out, and Grimore just looks at her with his eyelids like half closed.
Give her a stick.
Oh god. Okay. V will take his one hand in both of her hands. Okay. And she will just, I guess, try and find that sense within herself and try and pull out this blackness like through contact, I guess, through their hands and
Sure.
into her.
Grimore, you stare at V as she hunches over a little bit to take your hand in hers. She closes her eyes for a moment, focusing. And as they are drawn open again, you see the same clouded darkness once again furrow across her eyes. While no one else in the room can see this, the light seems to grow dimmer and dimmer to your eyes, Grimore. A large shadow begins to sprawl out from behind V. Very similar to that of a wolf's shadow. And as V draws a... Go ahead.
Sorry. Soon as Grimore sees that, he takes off running
Oh god.
down the steps.
No. When I'm holding him, can we make?
I mean,
grapple
I'm
check?
willing to do a
Yeah, you guys can
Roll.
do you can oppose a grapple check. So
Rob, don't look at me like that. This is what would happen, all right?
Do I get advantage because I
Does
have
he,
more arms?
does he make a sound?
no.
Wow.
V, go
That's
ahead
rude.
and make an athletics check. Grimoire, you can go ahead and either use athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, you're fucked. I'm using acrobatics. Oh, maybe not.
17. I rolled an 18 -1.
7. I rolled a 2.
Wow.
oh.
Grimore begins to pull
Yeah.
away wildly. Oksana, you're watching the majority of this, unsure.
Can I see this? Yeah.
You can see this at this point. However, only a moment passes of struggle as V begins to take a large breath in. And as she does, you watch as Grimore begins to calm down a little bit, not jerking around as much. It seems he's begun to calm himself slightly. However,
She'll
Oksana,
come up to them nonetheless. Oh,
as you watch this take place, whether it be the adrenaline of what you're walking into or something else, you suddenly have a vivid vision. of a time once before in your past. You hear screaming all around you. You feel your body being hoisted somewhere. Looking down, the only thing you can see is a forested floor directly below you. You remember screaming a name. What was that name? And as the vision slowly draws away from you, as you begin to walk towards Grimore, a lump is found in your throat. For the first time that you can remember, you begin to feel a sense of fear. You feel your strength beginning to leave you. And so until the next change of fate is redeemed, you have a -2 to your strength.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Is that just to the score or to the modifier?
Child's play.
To the modifier.
Oh, see,
crazy?
you shouldn't have messed around. Now you made it the modifier.
Thanks, Crimson. Our advantage is gone now.
Crimson. Oh boy. We are so...
reduce your AC if you're near me now.
No boy.
What happened here? What did you do?
Grimore, how do you feel?
I want to leave.
Everything's fine.
Guys, I'm having crazy connection issues. I can't hear. I'm sorry.
Can you try going
Like
back
out
in
of game,
and coming out?
I can't hear.
Try leaving
Right
and
now?
come back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
leave
okay.
and come back.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Oksana is absolutely petrified in fear.
Run away. So I've got a quick question. I'm not going to say anything, but Basil is going to check if I can still see. I want to see if I can still see my companion floating around. Because seeing the shadow transform into the wolf. Yeah, I want to look for Brinny, and
Okay.
because I haven't technically seen her after the ritual either.
Correct. As you begin to look around, watching V try and take the fear directly out of Grimore, you do in fact see the shadow around her. And as you begin to look around, you do see a trail of a golden ribbon light that seems to be circling. It seems that your ability to see the fear has returned.
So the shadow that you're describing, that's the one from V, or just the shadows in general?
The shadow from V.
Damn. I mean, no, it's fine. Nothing's wrong. Let's keep going.
So and you're
I'll,
the only one seeing the shadow, right? We don't see it.
Dave, you need
Only
to...
Basil and oh yeah, I gotta let Jess back in. That's right.
Yeah. Sorry, stream. We're having technical difficulties.
Careful, Cantrip play. No.
Yeah, professional streamers.
We do a poll. Do we let Jess back into the call?
I have changed my mind. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Great to have you.
Mm-hmm.
You look out of breath. You feel like like you'd run really, really fast and maybe knock down a couple of your.
I don't like this place. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
That's fair. How?
You and me both, sister.
Well then, let us be done about our business, and hopefully then we can get out of here.
Yes. Is everyone all right now?
No,
What is wrong with you now, Oksana?
I feel frail and weak.
What are you talking about? Look at those muscles. Come on.
I do not feel myself. I had strange vision.
What vision?
I don't want to talk about it.
So full of information. Maybe try doing a few push-ups. See if that gives you,
We're in the
boost
middle of
energy.
steps going down into some hard thing. You want to do push-ups now?
I
I'm
can
just-
do push-ups on steps. It's no problem. I will try this. Hold on. Do I have to actually go in and change the modifier? Okay, hold on. Okay.
I love how
I don't know how to do
Oksana's
this,
like,
guys, how do I do this? Can I just take away 2
Yeah, you can just
Yeah.
you can minus 2 from each one of
from
your
whatever
rolls.
I roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just? I'll just. Do
What's
like a
your
strength saving throw?
strength modifier right now?
It's a 3.
Okay, so it'd be whatever the roll is plus 1 rather than plus 3.
Okay.
well, she's got, well, yeah. So I'd like to stop and imagine that when Oksana says like that she's feeling frail and weak, that she's still got way more strength than Basil, and Basil's sitting there going, mm-hmm. the fact that you can
You look a
push
little
up-
weaker.
yeah, definitely, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
You don't look too good.
I will try to do push-up.
Okay.
Okay.
As you go ahead and now, which way are you facing?
I'm gonna have my legs elevated.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's the hard way to do it.
Okay,
All
fair
right.
enough. As in the middle of this staircase, hearing the moans of pains and wails from just a few feet below you, Oksana drops into a plank and tries to begin doing push-ups. Go ahead and give me an athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay, so my athletics modifier is 5, so what would it be now?
So roll and then minus 2. Whatever you're
Minus
using
2.
D&D Beyond, right? Or are you using your dice?
Well, I'm using D&D Beyond, but the dice is turning in slow motion due to connectivity issues.
Fair enough.
Oh, you might be able to see the roll because I heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
15.
with disadvantage, so that one was a 15, so a 13, 2 13s.
Okay. As you all kind of stand by for a moment, Sicarius rolling his eyes to the point of where they're almost staring at the back of his head. Oksana begins to push up. You're able to get 2 solid ones out before you feel yourself not able to push up anymore. Very
That
odd
was
for
right.
you, as you're usually able to do 20. Hands down.
I think I am broken.
Oksana,
What should I do?
you look magnificent. You
I
perform
don't feel
those.
magnificent.
Well,
Whatever it
sometimes
is.
we
Go ahead,
we may
sorry.
not feel magnificent, but if you just think and pretend you are, you will be.
No, this does not make sense. This is massive problem.
Well, I don't. Do you have a solution, Oksana? Because I do not.
I have never felt this way before.
Okay.
I
well,
am very,
Oxy,
very
Oxy,
scared.
we'll get you fixed up after this.
Yes,
Fortunately, there's not much we can do.
Or maybe
about it
down
right
the
now.
steps when we can bash in some void powders, you'll feel better.
Yes.
Get
let's
your
go.
blood pumping
Old-fashioned throw
again.
punch will get you good.
Standing here in the middle of nowhere is not going to accomplish anything.
I am of no use to anybody.
Oh, snap
I
out of
mean,
it.
that's Oksana.
Yes,
you
you're
Bas-
right.
Bas-
Stay here.
Basil will step forward and he'll say, "Don't listen to them. Oksana, listen. Everyone's afraid. We're literally standing in what is a god. Last week, I was struggling to decide what fruit to buy from a vendor out the front with whatever little change I had in my pocket. Ever since meeting you and the others, I've learned that strength means so many different things. For me, meeting you, your strength has never been just merely your brute force in your arms, or how you throw about giant hippopotamuses with barely a sweat. Your strength comes from your big heart. The way that you look after Grimore and the others, the way you put yourself as the bulwark against those dangers we face, that is real strength, and no matter what this place does, it could never take that from you.
This is beautiful comment, Basil. I do feel better. Thank you, friend. And she'll like put her hand on his shoulder and like nod.
Son of a bitch!
Thank you. You seem plenty strong.
I will do my best.
Onward to death.
We will not die this day.
Well,
Moose disagrees.
I swear, the first thing I'm going to do is find the taskmasters that work for Ajax that are enslaving dogs and murder him. Scum. Absolute scumbag. Making dogs work in god minds.
as you all continue to make your way down the staircase, Basil heading up the rear. Basil, you take a moment to reflect on the companions standing in front of you, feeling for the first time a kinship with a group of people like this. Your heart begins to warm slightly as a slight smile crosses over your face. You, my friend, have been given advantage.
Ooh.
He gets advantage, guys? Really?
Yeah.
Come on. Chad, what are you doing?
Man, you're running straight towards the dark heart with that kind of talk.
I already got it, didn't I? Oh, that's true. Yeah. I thought I already had a dark heart.
No, you got
Bring it
you
on.
got the change of
You
fate.
got a
Yeah, I know.
shitty change of fate.
I know.
Yeah.
The shittiest of
That
changes.
affected
of
us all.
fate. Mhm.
It's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I don't like how he said that.
I mean,
know.
At a game, is it too late to join Ajax team? Just
Fair point.
I am not one to fare away from PvP, as we've seen in previous campaigns. Finally making your way to the bottom of the staircase, the area lightens up a bit as you see a number of torch wall lights now coming properly to the bottom. The wails seem much louder. Very long hallway stands in front of you. Just off to the left side, just as Thompson had said, you see a doorway, and as you slowly make your way closer to it, the wails continue to get louder.
just keep going, I guess.
Okay?
Yeah. Who's
Yep.
leading? Just out of curiosity.
I assumed I was.
Okay. So then me and Grimore
the
will be
light.
right behind you. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
I'll probably be walking at the back with Jed.
I'll be with Grimore, behind Grimore.
Okay. So we're continuing down the hallway?
So
Oh, we're going back. What is this one direction?
No, I said there's a door to your left.
Oh.
I literally
Did anyone
said
else-
there's a
did
door
anyone
to
else
the
miss
left
that?
is where, and as
I
you
missed
approach
it.
Clotrick, it's like, y'all don't listen to me anymore. I think that's what the
didn't hear
problem
that.
is.
So that being the case,
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, hold on, case. And I'm just gonna put my ear to it and see if I can hear anything happening on the other side.
All right. Yeah, we missed that.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
make a make an investigation check with advantage.
Might as well not roll again, but okay. It was a 19 plus 4, 23.
As you lean up against the door, listening, for the rest of the party, all they hear is the depressing moans and wails. However, you can hear slight clicking and grinding, like the sound of machinery or gears twisting.
It sounds like there's some machinations at work on the other side of this door here.
Machination. What?
So what?
Like machinery,
Oh.
pipes
Oh.
and
Let's
cogs
say
and
machinery
wheels.
then.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
All right.
yes, we know who didn't take intelligence as a dump stat this season. Very good. Very good.
Should we just take a quick peek inside, or I don't hear anything, any like people in there.
Sure,
I think we
maybe there'll
should.
be. Yeah, there might be something that would help us.
Sure, I'll check the door for traps.
Very good.
Standing in front of the doorway, very different than the doorway you had seen at the entrance. This, a very simple wooden doorway. And as you begin to investigate, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Sure. That is a 15.
15. As you survey the door, there doesn't seem to be any traps, essentially, on this. There doesn't seem to be a lock. This just seems to be an interior door.
All right, here we go. Try to open it.
Okay.
So push or pull?
Got a 50-50 shot at this.
Grimore, as you slowly push the doorway open, all of a sudden the muffled sound of the moans and wails now getting the treble that reverberates through your ears. And as the door opens wide, a gruesome scene you're met with. You see a combination of both miners, as well as some of the Gesundheits and the highbrows, many of them trapped in large cages, most of them now under some type of mind control or charmed effect. However, on the opposite side of the wall, you see a number of individuals strung up by chains, hanging roughly 10 feet in the air, and a number of clear tubes that seem to be connected into them, silvery liquid being drained out of each of them towards a very what looks like, Grimore, you would probably recognize this as a large generator-type machine that seems to be chugging along.
So, imagining he kind of like creaked the door open and poked his head in. So he just goes like this.
Yeah, no. Tries to walk down the stairs.
Wake
Grimore,
up.
Grimore,
What
where
are
are
you
you
doing?
going?
Sicarius will just push the door open.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Thank you.
What is it, man? And I push it open.
The horror you see as described.
Oh.
All right.
This
Should we go and
sucks.
help these people? Are
How
they
about we
alive?
just destroy the machine first, and then we see what happens?
Well, I'm no medicine person, but I just don't want to turn off the machine and then, if it's keeping them alive.
Well,
Yeah.
it's sucking things out of them, so I would assume that if it stopped the sucking, it will keep them alive.
I'm actually with
Right.
Sicarius on this one.
How
Now
close
that
is
we've
the machine to
decided
me?
to be in this room.
I don't want to be that person, especially given that I was the one who instigated the
Perfect,
previous.
and don't. All right.
What if Ajax becomes aware of our actions here immediately because we interfere with this device before we get to him? We already know that the beast is traveling with him. If he is put on alert, we might lose the opportunity to destroy it before we get to Ajax.
On
We
the other
can't-
hand, this may very well be the machine that's mind controlling people. That I mean,
I thought it was creature, not machine.
hey,
We
I
don't
mean,
really know.
Wouldn't the best thing to do be to defeat Ajax? Isn't it most effective way? What if we start to destroy this and we are interrupted and then I don't know. I think we go after Source.
But if we do
what
not,
if I could sabotage it?
Well,
Have it set to maybe there's like a pressure gauge or something. I could start getting it to break itself so that by the time it breaks, we're already down there.
Yes, you risk
That works for
losing
everyone.
surprise. It's up to you.
So
I will
we
do what
stopped
the group
one miner
decides.
from getting cut to open the door, but you're okay with these people being strung up and not doing anything about this.
Of course, I am not okay with it. I'm trying to
Well,
think
let's
of best
destroy
way
the
to
machine.
help
What
them.
is there to talk about?
Okay, go.
Really, that was easy.
Oksana's not one to argue, man. Very little patience.
And I'm not going to resist. I just want to make sure that we understand our options and the potential implications.
Yes,
were we to
exactly.
deliver this.
You
I
have
think
my
we can.
suggestion.
All right, fine. What does everybody else want? Obviously, I want to destroy this thing.
I think we all want this. The question is when.
Yeah, but we could also be stopping something down the road, which is even better for us. We don't know either way.
True. But right now it seems like saving one or saving everybody. And I do agree we should leave this on right now. And come back for it later.
So that's 2, 3, maybe.
But we have a chance to free these people now, and if we go and die, they're stuck here forever. But if we free them now, they are free to go live their life. Maybe they could get help.
Well, the reality is if we die, they're not getting out of here, even if we free them now.
And what
Why
what if we stop the machine and they die? They will die either way, with the machine or not.
But they're being drained. They're going to die anyway. So at
Yeah,
least if we stop it, there's a chance they might survive.
Well, you know what will certainly not help. Wasting time with discussion. Take vote.
I agree.
All right, well, I vote that for now at least, we leave the machine on. If I had to guess the purpose
Agreed.
of this machine, it's to feed the vampires, and they're not going to kill their food source. So while suffering they may be, there's a good chance they won't die.
So one to leave it.
Can I cut in here for 1 second?
Jeb,
I
the
feel
voice
like
of reason.
I
Let
feel
us know.
like I might have something to say about all this. Listen,
Please, what all he is.
whatever this machine is feeding something, right? And I don't think that voidpyres necessarily need a machine to feed on these things. We've seen it so far. They just tear them apart. If anything, this machine is doing something else. If I had to put my money on it, and I'm not a betting man, so I'll leave it with you guys. But I have to ask and wonder, what's powering all the mining equipment?
Voice of reason. We can always count on you, Jed.
Yeah, but if we stop the
I'm
machine,
not saying to
everybody-
turn it off, Sicarius. I'm just saying what it might be worth for.
if it is for the mining equipment, as soon as it stops, they will know something is happening.
We can
Would
use
have
it
been
as
made.
distraction.
And it's
Again.
yes, they start going out looking for what that caused. But by then we move in.
Again,
think
little voice here. That's why I'm thinking maybe if we can cause the pressure to explode, like on a timer, right? Like it'll build slowly, and then by the time we're already down there taking care of it, we're killing two birds with
And,
one
and you
stone.
know
man.
how to work this machine
That's
to
a
be
good
able to
idea.
do that.
Just saying, maybe I could take a look at it.
Oh, wait, are we
Try
talking
it.
about explosions here? I mean, this is a room full of caged people right now. Do we really want to...
How close is a generator to the people?
The room itself is
And how
roughly
big is the
about...
generator?
The room itself is about 40 feet long. In terms of width, it's probably about 20 to 25 feet. So basically, to the left side of the wall, there's a lineup of cages filled with individuals, some that you've seen before, others that you haven't, mostly the miners at this point. To the right side of the wall is a number of strung up individuals with the tubes with their essence being pulled out of it, now leading directly towards the generator, which sits on the opposite side of the wall that you're standing.
So
V,
So
what
there are
did you
people there are people in cages that are not hooked up to anything. Am I
They're
understanding
mind
that right?
controlled.
What are they doing when they're just standing there, mind controlled?
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking if you let them out of the cage, they might attack us like the other ones did.
right.
Yeah,
Hence
V,
the
from what
issue.
you can see of the individuals in the cage, they mostly just sway back and forth.
Okay. Grimore, is there a way that maybe we don't explode things? I'm not, very equipped to handle those items, but it seems very stuffy in here.
Could have it maybe leak, and that would
Or
like
clog? What if you
slow
clog
down
it?
the machinery
What time?
until it gets to a stop. Maybe
This is a good
situation.
plan.
I'd have
It
to
will
look
give
at
us-
it. I
Well, then
mean,
how about we go in and
distraction.
take a closer look instead of talking about it in the doorway?
I thought
don't
we
yell
were
at me,
in.
Sakari, 'cause I'm a very gentle soul. Go and hobble over to the generator and see
I will
if
walk
he can
next to Grimore.
make some kind of understanding as to whether he can make it like leak, if it could be
I could make it leak,
pressurized
no
to
problem.
explode in a controlled fashion, or like what the deal is.
Okay.
I would be leaning in the doorway, just looking out, just make sure nobody's coming down the stairs or
Okay.
anything like that.
Okay.
Or up.
Oksana ran away.
Sicarius and Grimore, you begin to make your way to the opposite side of the room, closer and closer to the generator. As you get closer, you see the mass that is this engine-like construction, easily reaching as high as 6 to 7 feet tall, very wide as well, almost taking up the bulk of the room itself, and protruding from the opposite side of the wall, roughly about 4 to 5 feet. A number of gears and pulleys that you can see on it. A few areas that seem to be covered with sheet metal that block the interior mechanics of the machine. You do see the relatively large tube, much larger and thicker than the ones that are embedded into the individuals hung up on the wall, roughly about 6 inches around.
Okay. Can Grimore make heads or tails of some way to like cause a leak or some kind of timed meltdown situation?
I would say first make an investigation check to determine how the machine works. You also have 2 temptation dice.
I am going to
available
use
you.
one.
Okay.
It's not a bad roll, but
Okay.
All right, so that's 18.
18. As you begin to peer through it, your relatively small demeanor and the height to which you see the inside of the machine, you begin to look through some of the cracks and breaks throughout it. From what you can see, there's a single panel that leads to a mass of clockwork gears inside of it. You can also see a number of pulleys extending away from that point. From your best estimates, you can tell that this is the heart of the machine itself. As you continue to survey around it, you also see now how the tube now feeds directly into it. And on the inside, there's what looks like a small turbine that begins to turn the gears around.
Okay. So one of 2 things I'm thinking I could do.
Stick a sword in it.
Well, that would stop it.
Very good.
So you
Sicarius, just wait a moment. Just do some breathing exercises or something.
V,
We're
you're
trying
on
to
the
figure
opposite
out-
side of the room right now. It's just the 2 of them looking at the machine.
Never mind.
I'm just picturing hearing V nag behind my ear.
All right. Grimore's going to take a dagger and make a series of punctures on the tube intake to have it slowly drain out, so not as much is able to get in. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
doing a lot of rolling. 16.
16. You begin to slowly make 3 puncture marks directly at the top of the intake. You see that small trickles of silver essence now begin to bead around each one of the holes. Not streaming out necessarily, but clearly you've created 3 small punctures that is letting some of the liquid out.
Okay.
Do you think that'll be enough?
I think this will give us enough time to handle things with Ajax. And if we die, at least we fucked up the operation for a bit.
I don't think it's enough.
Well, if you'd like to do your thing, then I understand. And he'll walk back and leave.
Oh, the temptation.
Leave Sicarius to his own devices.
Sicarius will stare at the machine for a bit, but he will remember the whole trust issue thing that we just discussed a few hours ago, and I will leave it be as a time being and turn around and follow him to the door.
Okay.
Knowing this is a big mistake.
As the rest of you watch as Sicarius begins to make his way closer to the group, you can now see a few shimmering beads that seem to be starting to slowly leak out of the intake pipe, very close to the machine itself.
Hopefully that should do it. I feel fairly confident.
How long do
Can
we
you
have?
predict how much time?
I guesstimate anywhere between.
There's virtually, it's very difficult for you to say because it's literally being
Something I've
drained
never worked with or
from.
dealt with,
Well,
yeah.
not only that, it's draining the blood, the life essence from the people strung up on the wall. So it could be a short period of time. Who knows how long that the essence is left inside of them?
And then once these people are drained, who is the one that's coming in here to switch out the bodies? Maybe they see the leak and fix it.
I mean, do what you have to do.
It's a risk we must take. Let's go.
Ready when you are.
Start heading down.
Grimore
the step.
seems a little less sure of himself after that.
Okay.
You're welcome.
As you leave the room behind you and begin to make your way down the long corridor, the closer and closer you approach, you get a slight visual to see what's at the very end. The anticipation seems to be having some effect on both Grimore and V. The nerve is starting to get to both of you. Y'all have both received dark hearts.
Yeah.
What? I've done nothing this episode,
Thanks,
chat.
Buck.
Wow.
And even though the two of you, nerves no longer fully intact, Oksana, you begin to start feeling a bit more like yourself. You feel a little bit more brave, whether it be knowing that you potentially could have saved lives, whether it was Basil and his inspirational talk. You, my friend, have been inspired.
Thanks, guys. I feel better. Just an update.
I feel worse.
Good
Although
to know.
I am hungry. If we could.
Yes, we know.
Be right on.
Yes.
Okay.
As you come roughly 15 to 20 feet from the large archway leading into the next area, you begin to see first the ground, very similar to what you've seen outside. A very ominous pinkish hue of rock that spreads along the bottom. And as you grow closer and closer, you now see that roughly about 15 feet from the archway looks like a large cavernous area that sinks down unknowingly how deep. You can see two bridges that seem to lead to something in the center of the large crevice. and you can see some movement on a small landmass directly in the center of the large hole.
Hmm.
We must get to the center. Unseen.
Unseen.
How would we do that?
Well, I can turn off the light. And then the ones who can see in the dark shall lead, while the others follow behind by holding on.
Sorry, to be clear, there is just regular lighting out in the large outcropping in the next area.
Also, it can be seen regular. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, I will dissipate light. Turn it off.
If it will help, I can create the mist to surround the area while we move to maybe help. But obviously,
Wouldn't it be suspicious that there's a mist suddenly
floating
moving?
around and
Yeah, just walking across.
It'd be suspicious, but it also means that we wouldn't necessarily be targeted from a range, or at least it'd be
What
more
if
harder.
But can we see
Can
out
we-
of the mist?
No.
Then what good is that?
why don't we create distraction? I thought we were in astral plane. You can imagine anything. Can you imagine distraction on the other side?
Let's try. I'm going to.
Wait,
I'm gonna
wait.
do-
We don't even know what we're distracting right now.
Yes.
No,
if-
no, sorry, not a distraction. I want to see if it still works in here. Is what I more meant. I'm gonna try and
Imagining
imagine.
something?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and imagine an apple in my hand.
Okay. I will remind you guys that in order to manifest something, it does take concentration.
Okay.
So, as Basil, you close your eyes and focus. The rest of you watch as a reddish apple now appears within his hand.
Hey,
Okay. All right. So it is still working, and I'll stop concentrating on that.
Okay. As you stop concentrating, the apple vanishes.
But suppose, let's say we make a giant elephant appear on the other side of the room. They go over there and we go into the center to do what?
see
We don't
what's
know
there.
until we get
need
there.
to investigate.
I mean, the plan is to still find Ajax, kill him and the beast, and free these people.
Yes. I just imagine that if we are in the center, we can be attacked from all sides. If we are right on the edge, there's a funnel effect, at least, that we can hold people off.
If we are attacked by many enemies, we will die either way. No matter where we are in room.
I would prefer not to be dead,
And-
Oksana, so...
But there are bridges that go to that center, right?
As you get closer and closer to the doorway, hovering close to the sides, trying to stay out of view, you get a better view of the interior of the room itself. The room itself is much grander than the rest. It seems to be a bit of a courtyard, even though knowing full well that this seems to be the direct center of the towering peaks that you saw from outside. You kind of look up just outside of the doorway, and you see a large kind of opening towards the skies. You can see some of the large rib-caged bones of the goddess hanging roughly over top of you. Directly in the center, sorry, let me take that back for a moment. The bridgeways that you can see, you estimate that are roughly about 50 feet long. They seem to be on a 45-degree angle cutting in towards the center mass itself. You can slightly see two other bridges on the other side, almost making an X directly in the center of the hole, with the landmass directly in the center. In the center itself, you can see a number of individuals, roughly 6 of them at this point, that seem to be, 7. Conducting some type of strange procedure. A very large table made of out of stone rests directly closest to the lip of the landmass closest to you. You can see an individual now in a robed outfit. very slightly seeing his face, you see a palish green, similar to Jed's, but much paler. And directly behind him, you can see a large pillar that rises up directly in the center of the landmass, roughly 15 feet tall. And while it's hard to make out, whether it's hard to make out or your eyes don't believe it, you see what you believe to be a large brain?
All right.
Would you like me to spear it?
I think eventually, yes. I'm assuming that we are in the heart, right? We decide to travel to the heart, so that is pretty
Yes.
clear that that is probably the brain that is controlling everybody else's brains, right?
That is the same conclusion I came to, yes.
Right. Jed.
Yeah?
Is that your friend Ajax?
Well, if my eyes don't deceive me, that's him. He looks a little bit over. And I reckon I see 2 other individuals we've met before. Maybe 3.
Is Marcus over there?
As you kind of peer over, focusing a little bit more, you can see just behind Ajax, Marcus, and the 2 henchmen you remember from your fights on their ship. You can also see
for that one.
that seems to be hovering around this stone-like altar, 2 of the voidpyres. And 1 miner that seems to be making its way down the bridgeway towards them. You stay in silence for a moment as the miner approaches the table. That's when you hear a voice you've not heard yet call out. The miner now approaching him even closer. Little fish, swimming through the sea, searching for hooks to catch on, with thoughts of being free. As he says this, he helps the miner up onto the stone slab as the miner lays down on his back. You watch as the man now pulls up the robe, revealing a large golden hook. As he plunges it down directly into the chest of the miner, you hear a small whimper come out of the miner's lips as the man in the robe continues. They suffocate in painful torture, cut on table of callous men, under the knife of the handsome butcher, with hands of crimson red. You watch as the now completely exposed internals of the miner, guts spilling out to either side, silver now pouring all over the entire table. A slight smile graces what you now know of Captain Ajax. As the body stops twitching, he gives a little bit of a laugh. And now, my master, you can feed. As he pushes the body over the table, now rolling down into the crevices below, you watch as small tentacle-like arms reach up and begin to pull it down into the area below. Captain Ajax now turns back to Marcus and his 2 henchmen and seemingly begin to discuss something.
All this is what we're here for, right?
Let's go. I want to crush him into
Finally,
pulp.
we get the revenge for how they treated us earlier.
What will we do about monster below? It will come for us. Can we set it on fire?
Most things die with fire. I don't have any fire, though.
I do not.
I guess we will also go on fire if we set it on fire below us. Maybe we should do this last.
It's good thinking.
So smart, Oksana.
Yes.
Good thinking.
Yes.
And maybe running on the bridge is not the best idea to get to them. We would be completely open.
I need to be within 30 feet to throw javelin.
Okay. What would you suggest then, Tristan? I don't see any other way unless you can fly.
I cannot fly, but
How
running
about-
down the bridge it would just be sitting ducks.
Well, maybe this is about the time we use that distraction we were talking about.
Well, I do have a thought on this, and I don't know if this will work, but bear with me. I'm going to try and concentrate to give myself the physical appearance of one of the voidpyres.
Okay. You watch as Basil closes his eyes, his brow furrowed slightly, when a seeming shadow begins to appear and crest over top of him. At first, it covers him, similar to that of a blob. However, as it begins to suck in like air being pulled out of a bag, it starts to take its form and shape, as Basil begins to take the appearance of a voidpyre.
It is even harder not to punch you now.
Well, I would appreciate the restraint, but
But that is a very good idea. Let's all give this a try. This will give us maybe that split second to get across. And Sicarius will try to copy what Basil just did.
Okay. You watch very similar to the appearance that Basil just took, but a moment, Sicarius changes form.
So will we.
Okay.
She'll follow suit.
Yeah. Tristan will try
I'm gonna
it
go.
also.
I'll go like.
Okay.
She's thinking really hard.
Oksana, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
You're gonna make me shit myself, aren't you? All right, let's wait for these slow-mo dice.
Suspense dice.
The suspense, everybody.
Just use regular dice.
Yeah, you have them
I
right
guess I
there.
could. I know, but I keep forgetting that it's gonna go slowly, and now I feel like I should go with the one that I rolled first. That's gonna be a 9.
A 9. Okay. As Oksana closes her eyes, tightening all of her muscles. Bobby, do me a favor. A small noise emanates from the backside of her. A cloud now appearing from directly behind her, enveloping her, and as it begins to dissipate, the form of a voidpyre.
My apologies.
It was a good one.
I
Alright.
get gassy when I am hungry.
I guess I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Grimore turns into the smallest little voidpyre you've ever seen.
And he's just adorable like the Dickens, let me tell you. Cute little voidpyre.
Maybe I'll walk behind one of you.
Not me. It's not good time.
Thanks for looking out.
Are there different types of voidpyres? Like, are they like vampires? Like, you could have a vampire of any kind of race or creature?
No. I don't want to homebrew all of that.
Okay. What I more meant is a
Alright.
small vampire, like
A
common
thing.
or uncommon.
Oh yeah,
Would it
I mean,
stand out?
yeah. No, they don't discriminate in size. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A moment of truth. Let's make our way over.
All right. Jed following suit with the rest of you, focusing his attentions on becoming a voidpyre. Are you cresting the archway now?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. As you begin to make your way over the thresholds, Basil, you suddenly get a feeling that something's not necessarily right here. There's something wrong, but you can't put your finger on it. Your mind begins to reel, losing focus. You've received a dark heart, my friend.
Oh, Jesus.
Guys with the dark hearts today, man. What do we
Yeah.
Man, this
What
whole
did we do?
chat's just sabotaging us. They want us to lose.
Does anyone,
do? Who hurt you, Scott? Who hurt
does
you?
anyone else smell burnt toast?
Yes. I smelt it earlier, actually.
I thought that was Oksana.
That is not my usual brand.
Oh,
You'll
Jesus.
see.
Jesus Christ.
Good to know.
And as you make your way into the opening of the entire room, eyes directly on the center, it doesn't seem to catch the attention of anyone standing. However, as you begin to make your way closer and closer, you find yourselves just at the edge of the large pit. You begin to look down, and while it's not a very far drop at all, only 20 feet, you see the entire pit is now filled with massive, large tentacles that seem to squirm over top of each other like a gaggle of snakes in mating. As soon as you begin to approach, your eyes reach up once more, and on the pillar, directly in the center of the brain, you watch as it begins to pull itself apart, as a large eye begins to peer out directly from the center of it. You hear a little bit of a gurgling noise. The rest of the individuals directly on the center of the platform now turn to look towards all of you. I need all of you to make a deception check for me.
That's good.
All right. Oh, but is Darkheart on the next roll?
Yep.
All right. That sucks.
So I
Thanks,
believe
guys.
that's...
Ooh, and I have inspiration.
Yeah, Jess has inspiration. Basil, you have
20,
inspiration.
But I have a dark heart.
Yeah, Bobby, you have a dark heart.
I'm not gonna
Basil,
use-
you have dark heart and inspiration, so they cancel each other out. V, you only have the dark heart.
Inspiration?
You have to use the inspiration on your next roll.
All right, very
I
well.
got a 12.
I'm gonna roll using my brand new dice tray.
Ooh.
Brand new dice
Thanks,
tray.
Delver.
Dungeon Delvers, if they die, it's all your fault. Thanks for the dice
Yeah,
boxes.
This is legit gonna be the first dice I've rolled in this thing, so I'm gonna blame them for what I get. That's a 16.
16.
Pretty good.
So 16
I like it.
V.
Plus,
Oh, yes. Sorry.
14.
16 plus what?
plus 5, so I've got 21.
21 V.
14 with disadvantage. Chat.
Okay.
Could have been so much better.
Grimore.
17 with disadvantage because I had a nat 20, motherfuckers.
Sicarius.
I got a 16. Straight
Oksana.
12.
12. And Tristan.
Still not awful.
18.
18.
Oh
Good
no. This
overall.
is gonna be my fault.
It's the fart.
Is that for
Fart coming back to bite you in your own ass.
I guess I should roll for Jed, shouldn't I? Oof.
Yeah.
11. Not bad.
I'll see you, Jed fucked it up.
Yeah, it's all just
Yeah, it's all
they-
Jed's fault. Don't worry.
All Jed's fault.
As the eye now focuses intently on the party, Captain Ajax, Marcus, and the rest turn their heads rapidly to look towards you. Ajax calls out, "What fishies have my net caught today?" And that's where we're going to take a short break for a moment. We have some stuff coming up. This is going to be a very, very short break, guys. We have a action-filled second half that are coming up. Just need to take a moment or two to take a bio break. We're actually not going to take any questions on chat because I need to keep this train moving tonight. But we are going to take a very, very short break. 5-10 minutes at absolute max, and we'll be back ASAP. I promise you that. So stay tuned. Get your popcorns ready. We'll be back very shortly. Oh, and GF Powers, yeah, sure. Just inspire me, and I'll give that to Jed. Anyway, we'll be right back, guys.
No.
Cheers. What?
Bye.
Why are you saying what?
I was
Wait.
gonna say that if you wanted to do questions, you could always come join us in the after party.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have an after party tonight for sure. So come join us there. If you have questions, come join us there. Crimson, do me a favor, buddy. Hit that Discord link for him. Yeah, sorry. We'll be right back, guys.
I've got marshmallows.
And we are back. And Jess apparently has marshmallows.
I have sandwich.
Good. I'm glad everybody is well nurtured and nutritioned and hydrated and all of those wonderful things.
Her last meal.
Also, Dungeon Delvers Gaming, who gave us these amazing dice trays that we're using tonight that are based off our characters. Go check them out on their website. You can use the code CAREFUL for 20% off. Woo! And they're also doing a free giveaway of one of their dice trays on their Instagram account. Go now. Well, actually, don't go now. Go after the show. Or open up a second tab.
Oh, no, it's fine. You can just go now. We'll wait. It's fine. So what do you guys think about politics and religion?
All right.
Huh?
No?
Okay.
We're not gonna do that now? Okay, fine.
No.
Well, since you asked.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's see. Can I kick Rob from this call? Nope. Okay.
Probably.
Not in the wig. Not in the wig.
Yeah. he's got plot armor in the wig too.
Yeah.
Not as powerful today as it was.
Okay, so as the now cohorts standing on the opposite side of the landmass stare over to you, Ajax says out, "What has my net caught today?" Looking at you all in the voidpyre forms, his face, a wash of confusion takes over. "Why are you here?"
So,
Do we just keep moving forward?
hold on. In the center of this thing is like a brain with an eye on a platter thing. Not a platter, but...
On a pillar, yeah.
And there's a brain with an eye.
Yep.
Correct.
How far are we?
We're about
From the
60
brain,
feet away,
5,
I
10,
think.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. About 55 feet away from the base of the pillar, and then it goes up 20 feet. So it's would be roughly between 70, 75 feet from you right now.
I will wait.
Fee will keep approaching and she'll just say, "Have we ever heard the voidpyres talk before?"
Nope.
Or no?
Just the clicking.
Fuck.
So we should just keep moving forward.
Grimore
so
will
that
just like make a low clicking sound as if he's like just like.
Fee will
Like-
take
like-
her. While Grimore's doing that, Fee will take her hand and sort of motion to the brain thing, and then motion below, continuing to walk forward.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me, V.
Oh, not a deception.
we-
Okay. Oh, that's not good. Where's my sheet? Persuasion. Oh, actually, wait, my persuasion is better. 30, 40, 50, 60, 17.
17. Ajax slams his hand and hook down on the table as the two voidpyres now flanking either side of him. They're hunched down as they begin to hiss and sniff at the air. No. I taught you better than that. Use your words in our tongue.
Grimoire elbows V.
Oh my god.
You're the talker, man.
V will say, fuck, I don't know, in like a lower voice and maybe a different accent. Fuck, she'll just be like, "We were called here, and I will speak in the language that I want to speak in."
Oh fuck!
Fuck, man. Like,
Grimore face
faster.
palms.
I walk faster. I walk a little faster.
mhm.
Okay.
He is continuing to walk forward.
So you guys are now going toward one of the bridges?
I thought
Yeah.
we were on
I
the
thought
bridge.
we were on the
I
bridge.
thought we were on the bridge
No, no, no.
already going.
We're closer.
So if you guys look at the battle map, I do have it up.
Okay. We're
Actually,
on the edge.
you are on the
Oh,
edge right now.
I don't see us.
Step
Oh,
closer to
there.
On the
Oh,
bottom.
I can zoom
Down.
out. Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh. Fuck. Okay.
All right. So are we heading this way?
Sure. Let's go
Sure.
that way.
To the left.
Yep.
Look
How,
there,
how
y'all.
far have we walked, Dave?
You've probably got about 20 feet.
10, 15, 20. Okay. So I guess right at the threshold of
here.
the bridge then.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one void pyre that stands on that bridge now finds itself directly in the center, blocking you off from the entrance. As Ajax calls out, "I didn't tell you to move. You," and he points to V, "you may come forward."
Oh, V cries on the inside.
Don't do it
And V.
without us.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm whispering under the breath, like, do not go out there by yourself.
V will just sort of sit like, what are there? V will step forward,
Okay.
and turn back, motion to her people or whatever to say like, "Come," and then she'll walk forward.
Okay.
I'll follow her.
I will follow. Disobey the orders, and I will follow.
Okay.
Same.
As you continue to walk forward, Ajax calls one more time. Sorry, Grimore, go ahead.
All right, Grimore will say in a different accent also. Yeah, we got a problem here, Captain. There's a. I'm still sounding the same.
Yeah.
we have a leak in the system, in the generator going over there. We're in it. Get some help, maybe you too.
And he points over to the two void pyres as we're all still walking, just trying to buy time to get closer.
As you all continue to move forward, you see a snarl now coming over Captain Ajax's face. "I told one of you to come."
How close are we?
You've probably
much
progressed
closer have we
maybe
got?
another 10 feet at this point.
I'll take it.
Me too.
V will say,
Do we do it now?
what was her code word? Pineapple or
Pineapple.
something? Okay.
Let's throat punch. Thank you very much.
Punch.
We're still too far. V will just say, "We are one,"
People,
and continue to move forward, but bow her head.
What?
What do you mean, what? He was just like, "Stop, only one person." So she's saying, like, "We are one."
I
Like,
know.
too bad, you get all of us.
Still a bad plan, but okay.
Well, fuck, why don't you speak up, Sicarius?
Yes, Sicarius.
Because I don't want to be responsible for how this turns out.
Okay.
We are not one. You are led by me. State your purpose here.
As my friend said, there's an issue in the room. There's a leak.
He looks over to one of the void pyres. Escort that one to me. As it slowly begins to make its way over to you.
As soon as it gets close enough, I'm gonna drop my concentration and take a swing at it.
Okay.
I was about
As
to
it
do
comes in
something very
range,
similar.
as it
I was
comes
about
in
to do
range
something
of
so similar.
Sicarius, you do have one surprise attack.
Now, is that for the whole group?
I will give you guys one surprise round attack.
Thank you very much. Just to make it seem more coherent, like we're a team, Grimore will also say, you should be careful how close you get, or you're gonna get yourself a throat punch. He pulls out his hand crossbow and fires.
Okay.
So 18 plus 5, so 23 to hit.
23 hits.
10 plus 3, 13.
13 points of damage. Okay. All right, what's everybody else doing? You watch as Sicarius drops his form. He is now back looking exactly like Sicarius. The look of shock on Ajax's face immediately taking over. You watch as Sicarius swipes down, causing a massive cleave in the voidpyre directly in front of you. Grimore now stumbling forward. He too now dropping his form. Grimore, what are you doing?
Yeah, so he pulls this thing up, but as he pulls it up, it gets caught on his little like poncho blanket thing that he wears, and it like shoots the string forward. The bolt goes flying for a 23 to hit.
23 absolutely hits.
Which will do plus 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points. Okay.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, 10 points of piercing damage.
10 points of piercing damage. Okay. Does anybody else want to make a surprise attack?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I will
Right.
make this surprise attack last.
Okay. Oksana, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk forward. Oop. 30 feet.
Set off an alarm.
2, 3. And then I'm gonna throw my javelin right into the eye.
Okay. As you pull out one of your javelins, taking form and throwing it as hard as you can, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Okay, so because it's I add my strength modifier to the attack to hit, it
No,
would be +3,
It's
not
it's a
+5.
it's a ranged attack, so it's a dexterity.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
All right, let's get some battle music
Well,
going,
that's
shall
even
we?
worse.
Yeah, battle music.
About that time.
Battle music.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll with these. That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
16 does not hit.
Ooh.
The javelin
A small
goes
eye.
a little too far to the left side as it just kind of whizzes past the brain at this point. All right, Tristan, what would you like to do?
Muted.
Muted.
As I seem to be only in line of sight of the green guy, which I assume is Ajax. Not sure.
Yeah,
But whoever
Ajax,
that green guy
Ajax is directly in the center. You know what? Let me just bring you over, everybody over to the battle map.
Battle map. Battle map.
I will start casting, and a tombstone will appear in front of me. And as it rises and go levels with me, just would go forward towards Ajax. And hopefully it's slam across his face.
Okay. As the tombstone begins to rise up directly in front of you, it whips forward in a strange bluish kind of hueish light as it whizzes towards Ajax. Ajax not having a chance to react. Would you roll?
A 19.
A 19 does hit. As it hits him just in the shoulder, it pushes him back. He looks down at his shoulder as he looks back at you. A snarl on his face at this point. You can see the rest of them now gearing up for the attack.
That's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay. Basil, you're up. What would you like to do?
Oh, he wants to go
Okay.
last.
Oh,
Can I go
V.
before him
Okay,
now?
go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. Got you. I got you. V will take out her rapier, and while she's taking it out, she's going to be doing like a low turning pirouette. And as she comes out of her pirouette, her blade is going to come out, cut across, sort of aiming right for the neck of this thing in front of her. And just before it hits her neck, you see this glint go shing down the blade.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Oh, poop. That is...
Oh, poop.
8, 9, 10, 11, 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Woo! All right. That is... Oh, man! And I almost rolled max damage on that. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. As you cleave into the void pyre, it starts to stumble as it falls off the edge, just in the as it lets out a last curdling wail. As it falls down directly, its body falls down directly into the pit of the strange tentacles. You watch as 2 more tentacles, massive in size, much larger than any that you see down into the pit, rise up on either side of the platform. It begins to wail around with its tentacleness. I don't know what tentacles do. All right, Basil, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right, so Marcus is standing behind Ajax at the moment, yeah?
He is, yes.
All right, so Basil's going to step kind of between where everyone else is, kind of over here. And as he does so, you kind of watch as the sort of visage of the void pyre sort of melts off his person as Basil raises his hand and his book kind of floats again in the air and sort of whips open, palming through page after page. I want Marcus to see me appear from this void pyre because every encounter I've had with Marcus so far, like from like that terrifying moment where he tried to kill or tried to stab V, to when we bumped into each other at the map place, he gets this image of like Basil's eyes taking on like these blackened kind of sclera and these bright green eyes. This is Basil's real eyes as he looks directly at him and says, "There's stories and countless tales about messing with creatures beyond your comprehension. Let me tell you one of a man named Marcus who approached and annoyed a big bad wolf." And I'm going to use my cautionary tale. Ooh, that is pretty good. That is a 24 to hit.
24 absolutely hits.
That is 13 points of damage from the cautionary tale as the shadow of Basil with like a wolf's head kind of appears behind him, and the wolf's head grows multiple times in size with a multitude of eyeballs running along the edge of this creature's head as it just bites this huge chunk into the shoulder of Marcus from that distance.
Okay, as the shadowy wolf bites down atop atop of Marcus, you watch as he swings around for a brief moment, just in time to watch it clench down on his shoulder. He lets out a wild wail. Welcome in, Raiders. Okay, that is going to end up your surprise round. I need y'all to roll me some initiative, please. Raiders, you're just in time. Thank you so much for the raid. Sorry, we're about to potentially TPK the party with the BBEG of the first arc of our story. So, hey, just in time.
Whew. That sucked.
Okay. Let's be... Okay. Okay. Sicarius, initiative. What'd you get?
I got a whopping 6.
6. Oksana.
9.
69. Nice. Grimore.
Trap.
12.
12. V.
23. I hate this.
Tristan.
Big 9.
Big 9s. Basil.
21.
21. Very nice. And let's see what Jed got. Was that? All right. So as ending the, I guess technically the first round, you watch as the large tentacles now waving around. They're going to go ahead and wave over top of the 2 bridges. Everybody on the bridge, I need you to go ahead and make dexterity saving throws for me.
Oh, am I on the, oh
Hate
shit, I'm
that.
on the bridge. Dex saves?
Dex saves, yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
16.
16.
15.
15. Sicarius.
3.
3. Okay. As V, Basil, and Oksana duck just in the nick of time, Basil, you get thrown back by the tentacle. You get pushed about 10 feet where you're just kind of hanging over. Your heels now on the edge of the bridge itself. However, it doesn't knock you off based on the position that you're in. You're lucky you were on the left side of the bridge, my friend. Okay, that's going to take us to the top of the round. V, you are up. Basil, you are on deck. V, what would you like to do?
She's going to say, whew, that was close. And then, sorry, I lost the accent there. She is going to run. Her full movement. What are these? Is this in like diagonals or like how do I count this? Like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? Can we say?
Yeah, you can move diagonals. It's just 5 feet difference.
Okay, 5. So still a little too far from this thing. Okay. She's just gonna say, damn it, because she couldn't reach, and she's going to reach down to the strap on her leg and toss up a dagger, really cool, like I could do in real life. And then as she catches it, she's gonna throw it right at Ajax's face.
Okay. As you kind of reach into your back, pulling out the dagger, spinning it around on your finger, as you throw it up into the air, you catch it just on the tip in perfect timing to release towards Ajax. Go ahead and make a ranged attack for me.
Oh my god, my dice are so good tonight. That's a 24 to hit.
A 24 absolutely hits as the blade sinks into the shoulder of Ajax, right where the tombstone that Tristan had just embedded it. You watch as it pierces in, bits of black blood now beginning to leak out of the shoulder of Ajax. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
Black blood. That's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Very good. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
She'll just take a step back and widen her stance.
Okay. With a vicious fervor on your look, you brace yourself for any immediate attacks following. Basil, you're up. What would you like to do? Then we have Jed on.
I'm a character.
Grimore, you're up after that. You got a ways to go, but you're up after.
All right. So Basil will once again read yet another cautionary tale. This one is about a man who created himself his own prison, and as he reads this out, his words start to form what looks to be a ring of steel out of the shadow stuff.
Nice.
As he is going to create an Iron Maiden. Let's see if that works. Yes, maybe. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, and you're aiming for Ajax?
No, I'm aiming for Marcus.
Marcus.
Because I hate his face.
You watch as the silvery blackness now begins to form over top. First chains wrapping around Marcus, as they begin to form itself, hardening into that of a sarcophagus as it begins to close over top of Marcus. You all watch as he disappears in this blackish light of steel, now becoming a sarcophagus. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
Nice. And I'm going to slam the lid as he closes the book.
Okay.
For 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Very good. As the doors close over top of Ajax, you hear a wail come out of it. Basil, what else would you like to do?
I'm going to use my reaction to use my final torture device, my Psychic Retribution. So as this... No, not Psychic Retribution. There's another ability. Its name is escaping me. It is called... Oh, no, it is Psychic Retribution. Yep. When you... oh, no, never mind. That'll only affect... That's a Retribution thing. No. All good.
Okay, fair enough. Nothing else you want to do on your turn?
I am going to use my move action to move to here. Because I have a 60-foot range on my cautionary tales, and I don't need to be on that bridge if I don't need to be. Yeah, I can hit all of them. So I'm good.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna just hop off that bridge a little.
Okay, fair enough. As the Iron Maiden now closes around Marcus, Ajax, looking directly at you, V, smiles towards you and it begins to pull out the dagger. As it pulls out the dagger, he laughs a little bit. You watch as the wound now starts to close itself slightly. He is going to regenerate for 4 points of healing damage. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Someone's redeemed the thing.
Minions?
Yeah,
Minion.
someone's
Oh
gone
my
ahead.
God.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Guys are so
This
bad.
chat, if ITPK tonight, this is going to be your faults. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we allow chat to interact in the way of a minion. You can go ahead directly below me. You can see a chart right there below me. Type in chat either the number 1, 2, or 3. Number 1, the minion will take an attack. Number 2, they will help an ally by giving it advantage. Or number 3, they will heal a potential ally. So go ahead and cast your votes right now. You can go ahead and put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. And when at the end of the round, I'll go ahead and decide what it's all about. So okay, so that is going to be Ajax pulling out the dagger. He now looks towards V viciously as he thrusts himself towards you. He is going to now attack first with the dagger, slashing down directly in front of you. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Well, that hits.
Okay. As he makes contact with you, you take 2 points of slashing damage. It comes directly across your chin as it slices open a small sliver just along your cheek line. Without any time to prepare for it, he now comes slashing down with his hooked hand as well. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit. I'm assuming that is going to hit. As you catch it on your face, pulling your hand apart, you look down at the blood just as the large bladed hook now slices down on the other side, giving you a bit of a smiley look on your face. You take another 2 points of slashing damage.
I don't like this at all.
He smirks towards you once again. You've entered the wrong place, my dear. That is going to end his turn. Next up, Jed is going to make his way running down the bridge with no care whatsoever, continuing to make his movement. He is going to dash. He begins to yell towards Ajax. Your battle's with me, Ajax. Let's finish this here and now. Ajax now turning his head and an even larger smile gracing his face. Ah, the deserter has joined us eventually, like I'd always wanted. A true battle for the ages. That's going to end Jed's turn. The 2 minions are now going to take point. The 2 minions of Ajax or Marcus are now going to take point on either side. They're going to cock back 2 crossbows, taking their first shot towards Jed as he rushes down towards the end of the bridge. That is going to hit as the bolt hits him directly in the chest. He's going to go ahead and take 2 points of damage towards Jed. The other is also going to cock back and seeing Oksana on the bridge, he lets loose another bolt. However, Oksana, you are fully intact with your senses at this point in time and dodge out of the way just as the bolt whips through your hair. That is going to end their turn. Grimore, you are up with Oksana. You are on deck. What would y'all like to do?
Grimore is going to rush over to this side of Basil.
Okay.
And he'll look at, in particular, this guy right here.
Yep.
Because he recognized him when he got punched in the face. So he looks up, having his fear been consumed earlier by V, and whistles through the gap in his teeth. Hey, ugly! Remember me? He'll fire a bolt over to the that one there.
Okay. Letting loose the bolts as you load it with your teeth as usual, letting it cock back and fly. Go ahead and make a ranged attack for me.
That is a 18.
18 absolutely hits as it as you watch as it hits him directly in the thigh. He lets out a horrible roar as he tries to begin to pull out the bolt itself. With V directly beside him, you do get a sneak attack damage. So go ahead and roll some damage for me, baby.
All right. That is 7 plus 3. 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh, let's go, baby! Boo, 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 boo. You watch as he hobbles about a little bit, almost hopping up and down on one foot. His attention now directly on his thigh. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Grimore?
Yeah, after sounding very, courageous and everything, he then ducks behind with his bonus action.
Go ahead. No, I'm not
Basil
going
looks down like, where are you taking cover? I am made of tissue paper. Anything that hits me will hit you.
Oh, it's fine. I've got your back. We got this.
Okay, ending Grimore's turn, Marcus is going to step up as he draws a large scimitar from his belt. As he begins to rush forward, he moves past Ajax as he calls out, "Leave Jed for me." As he completely stops Jed in his tracks, he's going to take a large swipe towards with his scimitar. As he does...
Oh, hey.
What?
No.
Oh, I guess he's still within 5 feet of me. Never mind.
Yeah, he's still within
Ignore me.
5 feet of you. He slices down with his scimitar. However, he's met with the blade of Jed as you hear a loud crashing noise, sparks flying off the edges of of their swords as they now gleam toward each other, fully in combat. Two longtime rivals now competing for both right and wrong. That's going to end up Marcus's turn. Oksana, you're up. Tristan, you're on deck.
It's getting a little crowded on this bridge. If I were to say run over, like, maybe here, and then try to jump over there, would that be movement? Or would I have to, like, take a turn to jump?
I'll let you do it as a bonus action.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Oh, wait, no, if you're jumping, hold on. What's your movement speed?
It's 30.
30? So you're 10 feet to here, and then the distance.
I'm trying to avoid the opportunity attack. It's 10, and then the jump is 15.
High or low for your benefit?
I don't even know if I want to do it, though. That's the thing. I feel bad saying high or low, and then I decide something else, you know?
You gotta make up your mind. Let's go.
Hi.
High?
Yeah.
It was a 10. I'll give it to you. You can use it as movement.
Okay. Oksana will, like, take a few deep breaths, and then she's going to run up beside Jed over here and do a big boy jump up on to this area.
Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, I would like to light a torch. It says that it could be done as a bonus action.
Okay.
I can confirm for you. Tinderbox. Lighting any other fire takes a minute, but using it to light a torch or anything.
You know what?
with
Fuck it.
fuel
Let's go.
or-
Yeah, a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm good. Oksana, taking a few steps back as she rushes forward, she leaps to the other side, landing directly on top of the altar. It cracks down under her weight, smashing directly in half. She reaches into her bag, pulling out a torch, quickly trying to find a tinderbox to light it. It takes a few moments, however, you're able to light it. What would you like to do with that torch?
I want to take it and hold it back behind her head, and she's going to go, ah, and throw it right into the center of the eye.
Okay, very good. As you let out a vicious war cry, you thrust it towards. Go ahead and make a ranged attack for me.
Okay. I'm just going to, do I do it as unarmed? Because it's not really a weapon.
Yeah, so roll a d20
torch.
and then add your dexterity bonus.
Okay. 18, 30, 20.
Very nice. All right. So you watch as the flame embeds itself directly into the eye of whatever this brain monster thing is. You watch as it kind of embeds itself for a moment, creating scorch marks about, but it's just a little too moist at this point where it doesn't engulf directly into flames. It creates a large singe on it, and you hear a strange noise reverberate through your psyche, almost a squeal of pain. Everybody stops, grabbing onto their heads for a moment. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me for damage.
Oh, 1.
Oh.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Oksana?
She'll just huff at it and look angry.
All right, fair enough. That is going to take us to Tristan. You're up. Sicarius, you're on deck.
I will move a bit to the side and cast again at my friend Ajax. Another tombstone straight for him.
Where are you? Yeah, you have a clear shot there.
That's 23.
23 absolutely hits. Are you doing the tombstone thing again?
Yeah.
Okay. As you reach down, you almost pull forth from the ground another one of the tombstones, and almost instinctively, like it's a part, an extension of your body, you thrust your hand forward. It flies towards Ajax. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
The attack roll was 23.
Oh, the 23. Yeah, okay, sorry, my bad. It hits Ajax directly in the side as it throws him off balance in front of V. You watch as he kind of curdles down a little bit. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
11.
11 points of damage. Very good. Okay, he lets out a loud grunt. Tristan, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
That's it.
Okay. The voidpyre is now going to leap over towards Oksana as he tries to reach out and grab onto you. I need you to either make a athletics check or a acrobatics check for the grapple.
I'm gonna do athletics.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. I did this stupid thing again. Do you mind if I just roll a dice so we don't have to wait for
No,
this?
go ahead, by all means.
Okay. That is a 10 plus 3 is 13.
A 13 does not beat the dexterity as it lunges onto your back. It grapples from around you as it pulls you in tight. It's going to go ahead and try and take a bite attack against you. That is... Yeah, and your AC is that. From behind you, you continue to squirm back and forth as it now bares its fangs and reaches down and tries to pierce through your neck. You watch as it pierces through. You take 2 points of piercing damage.
Got it.
Okay. Just as it pierces down into your neck, it quickly releases itself as it pulls its fang back, letting out a loud roar. I need everybody to make a perception check for me, other than Oksana.
Oh no.
Is this based on hearing?
No.
13 plus 15 plus 2.
Perception.
16.
So
16 for
15.
me.
19.
14.
Okay, Grimore?
4.
4. Tristan, you were
I
the
rolled a
only
2.
one who was off to the side enough where you could see a full action now watching, mostly focused on Ajax. However, as you hear the hideous roar of the voidpyre, you quickly glance over. With its mouth now extended, you see a golden liquid in its mouth.
Gold blood, bitches.
Sicarius, you're up. What would you like to do?
Wait, what?
Sicarius is.
I think I have
Yeah.
gold blood.
Yeah, cool. So Zacharias is going to run up. So right here. And I'm going to take a mighty swing by moving my hair out of the way first. Swing down on top of, I believe that is Ajax, the green one.
Yep.
All right. And that would be 13 plus 5, so 18.
Ajax coming storming in. Sicarius coming storming in, his sword scraping along the bottom of the bridge, and as it does, sparks fly up from behind it, raising it just in the nick of time towards your enemy. You slice down hard towards Ajax. Go ahead and roll some damage as you cleave through the side of him.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Very good. You watch as you open up a large chunk from the side. You see more of the black blood now begin to ooze away from the robe itself. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Oh, that's all I got to do.
Okay. With that said, the minions have been seen to hurt. So you watch anyone on the bridge. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw for me again, as the large tentacles once again come up and begin to flail towards the bridge, trying to knock all those who are off of it.
I'm on the bridge, I'd say.
You are on the bridge. Sicarius is on the bridge. Jed and Marcus is on the bridge.
Ooh, much better.
Whip, 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 whip.
Oh my god. I have
Not a nat 20, but I got a 16.
Nice.
A lot better than last time.
Okay. So, as the tentacles continue to flail over top of it, Jed sees out of the corner of his eye as it continues to move forward, but the hatred in Marcus's eyes, piercing through, does not see as the tentacle continues to move forward, and he gets pushed 10 feet. As you watch as Marcus falls over the edge of the bridge, falling down towards the massive gaggle of tentacles far below. As they do, you hear him give a large cry outward. From where you're standing, Marcus and Oksana, you can see just as a hand disappears underneath the tentacles. It seems Marcus has disappeared from the fight.
Sucks.
Later, bro.
Opportunity attack to give him one last hit on the way down.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
don't drug people.
Can I use a reaction to like throw him like 2 coins on his way down?
I'll allow that. I'll allow that.
The soul is the soul, damn it.
What is
Okay, that
wrong
is going
with
to
you?
bring us back up to the top of the round. Chat, the minion summons has been activated again. Go ahead and use 1, 2, or 3 to vote. Let's go ahead at the top of the round. Once again, V, you're up. Basil, you are on deck.
V, just like a dance performance, will move her feet around to sort of like barrel roll her shoulders next to Ajax here, and move around here. Would you say at this point she's within 5 feet of this eye thing? Or does she need to move
Well,
one
it's
more?
still 20 feet above you. No,
Oh.
Rob, you can't vote on the poll.
We can cheat the system, guys.
We can kill ourselves. Oh my God, that'll show them.
Do I see the dagger that I threw at Ajax? Did he throw it on the ground, or what is he?
He is
what did
still
he do with
holding
it?
the dagger in his hand.
Is it an action to take it from him?
You can go ahead and try.
Would it be an action though?
You know what? Fuck it. Bonus action. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. V,
V will try and
New
V will try
homebrew,
and take
new
it.
homebrew rule for this fight and this fight alone. You guys, other than spells, you guys decide what you want to do for bonus action versus action. I don't care. Let's fucking go. Let's make it a good time.
Okay.
Best DM ever.
I know.
Energy.
God. Well, V sort of pirouettes around. She'll use the momentum of her body to sort of distract and try and like twist his wrist to grab the blade while she's turning around.
Nice. Done. As you begin to twist around, you move faster and faster as sorry, what are you holding? What are you hitting with?
I'm not hitting. I'm trying to take the dagger.
Oh, you're trying to take the dagger away. Okay.
Yeah.
Reaching out, you grab onto the wrist of Ajax, and as you do, you kind of give a little bit of like a cartwheel flipped, almost like a gymnast, as you try and twist his arm, trying to get him to drop the dagger. I need you to go ahead, and we'll do a grapple competition. Either use athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
All right. Oh my! Are you kidding me? I rolled a nat 1.
As you continue to twist and flail over top, you land, you begin to twist over. You're about 3/4 of the way over, but his overwhelming strength, he reaches out with his hook as he pierces into you slightly. You take 1 point of piercing damage as he grabs you mid-twirl and tosses you down on the ground. You are now prone, in fact.
All right. I guess good thing I didn't move a whole bunch. Are you trying to help me, Dag? Is that what's happening?
I am. As Ajax turns around and stabs your hand, Basil flips through his book and opens it up to a page. He stops for a moment, looks at it. It's almost like he doesn't want to rip out this page, but he does. And a exact duplicate of V appears with the rapier in hand and stabs him in the throat for 3 damage.
Nice.
Take that.
And there's no attack roll against that?
Nope. It's just when one of my allies within line of sight has been hurt, I can do that, and they get stabbed.
All right, fair enough. As the page now begins to resemble that of a dagger, it flies towards Ajax, piercing him on the other side, taking 3. You said 3 extra points of damage?
Yep, 3 psychic damage.
Okay. As quickly as it appeared, it disappears. He calls out in pain as he tries to reach towards the dagger. However, reaching for it, it's no longer there. He's realizing that he's been duped by that of his own mind. V, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Yeah. Can I still take my action?
You certainly can.
V will just say, fine, let's do this another way. And she will take her rapier and take it out and sort of slice across the hand that is holding the dagger.
Okay. As you pull out your rapier, you try and swing towards the hand that's holding onto the dagger. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Come on. All right, that's better. 19 to hit.
19 absolutely hits. You catch the back of his hand, slicing it open. He immediately, just instinctively releases the blade as it falls down towards the ground directly beside you. Reaching out, you grab over and grab the dagger, holding onto it tightly. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
Boo. That's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Very good. He holds his hand up, leading out a loud scream. You watch as the black blood now leaking down the forearm of Ajax. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
Okay, Basil, you are up. That is going to put Grimore on deck in a little bit. I'll let you know. Basil, what would you like to do for your turn?
How injured does V look?
I am... all right. My face sucks because it's bleeding, but I'm okay for now.
All right. In which case, I am going to continue with that that previous action, with the page that I've torn out, creating kind of that storybook version of the. I'm going to do the same thing and have this one as a regular action, because I'm not doing bonus action nonsense. It's going to not attack, but mimic V's movements and gestures and the like. This is my story tale. So
Okay.
it is a image, just a perfect copied image of V.
Okay, and it's directly beside her?
Yeah, well, the purpose is I want them to move in tandem so that it effectively creates a the poor person's mirror image.
Okay, so whipping open your book, you begin to flutter through the pages once more, immediately finding what you need to do. You begin to tell the story once again of a beautiful young blue-haired girl filled with inspiration and bravity, as all of a sudden a perfect mirror image of V stands directly next to her. They begin to focus their movement intently on moving with one each other. It's creating this strange echoed effect as Ajax kind of looks back and forth. Basil, go ahead and roll a deception check with advantage for me.
Oh, nice. I love that. Oh, you're not going to like this. That is a 24.
Very nice. Yeah, Ajax cannot tell the difference between the two at this point. Is there anything else you'd like to do over your turn?
As a bonus action, I would like to... I would like to try and trick Ajax into stabbing his own hand by going, if you're the villain and you know it, clap your hands, and then just see if he does it. Because
And what are you
got the knife
casting
in
for
his
this?
nothing. I'm just saying it.
Okay. Go ahead
Well
and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
All right, I'm gonna roll this in D&D Beyond. Here we go. All right. Okay. Cool. Okay. So that's a 15 and a 10.
Okay. With all of the commotion all around him, he doesn't hear you as you yell out, as you're quite a few feet away from him at this point. That's going to wrap up your turn, Ajax. Now confused in terms of the of V and the mirror image of herself, is going to first. Let's do this first. Okay. Reaching out, he grabs a very long sword from the side of his belt, now in place of the dagger. He swipes down heavily towards the mirrored illusion. As he does, he connects with the mirrored illusion as it dissipates all around. He looks shocked at this point in time. Looking back at V, he's going to try and reach out and grab with his hook to try and go ahead and make another slice. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
That's my armor class.
Okay.
Can I just say that she blocks her face?
Throwing up your
Stop
hand,
the
he
face!
catches you directly in the arm, grabbing and taking a large chunk out of your forearm. That's going to be 2 points of piercing damage.
That sucks.
Ending Ajax's turn, Jed is now going to start moving over towards him, now flanking him from all sides. He's going to go ahead and take his attack against him. He slashes down towards Ajax, but Ajax, being a little too cunning, is able to raise his sword up just in time. It catches the end of Jed's blade as he parries him away, pushing him back but about 2 feet. And that's basically all Jed can do. The two bandits on either side is going to take note of Basil casting all of these strange spells, making their first range attack against Basil. That's going to be a 16 to hit as the bolt flies towards Basil.
Oh yeah, that'll hit Basil.
All right. As the bolt now pierces directly into your side, you feel a sharp, hot pain reverberate from your right side. You take 4 points of piercing damage. The second is going to try and take a shot towards V. However, she's just too close for the combat range of a crossbow. As he lets loose, it veers left as it disappears into the blackness of the void below. That is not going to hit V. Grimore, you are up. Then Marcus is gone. So, Oksana, you're up next.
Okay, so Grimore's gonna look at Basil.
I'll take care of him. Throw me over there. And he'll reach his hand out for Basil to swing him, giving him like kind of propulsion,
Okay.
which is my fancy way of saying bonus action dash. And he's gonna rush,
absolutely.
rush all the way through up to this flank of
Oh shit.
the bandit, and he's going to jump and like peg leg kick him right in the forehead.
All
Try to
right.
shove him off the off the base. of
Okay,
this
go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Ooh. 22.
22. As you catch him directly in the face, go ahead and roll some damage for me. Just an unarmed strike, and then we'll do a contested roll to see if you can push him off the ledge.
My unarmed strike does no damage. Or 1 damage.
Okay.
Automatically, I think.
Okay, go ahead and make a straight strength check for me.
Sure thing. Not bad. Can I use a temptation dice on
You
this?
certainly can.
Okay. Much better. So that's a total of 17.
17 does not beat his natural 20. As you push forward directly
You
into his
suck.
forehead, he grabs onto your peg leg, and as he does, he quickly jerks downward, snapping your peg leg in half. You watch as Grimore falls to the ground directly in front of this monster. He looks down, bearing over top of you as he throws your peg leg off into the void. You watch as a large tentacle now pulls up, grabbing onto the piece of wood and quickly pulling it back down. Grimore, your movement speed is now halved.
Fuck, man! And that's my whole turn.
Okay,
so
Oksana, you're up. Tristan, you're on deck.
naked and defeated.
I know I
big boy
didn't.
moves.
I didn't roll perception about the gold blood. Do I notice that my blood is gold?
You don't, but you were still
Like, because
grappled
I
by
see
the
the-
creature. So first, I need you to go ahead and make another contested roll against it. So athletics or acrobatics.
I guess it's athletics. That's gonna be a 14. Oh wait, no, 15.
15 absolutely breaks the hold as you, with all your might, you flexing all of your muscles, you burst forth. You send the voidpyre flying back on its back. You, as heavy breath, you look around, surveying the battlefield. What would you like to do?
So she doesn't notice the gold blood, eh? Okay. Do I notice Grimore?
You would probably see Grimore on the ground as this large gift now over top of him, stalking very, very fiercely.
She would go there then. I think that's I think the voidpyre is it going to get opportunity?
It's knocked prone right now, so you're okay.
Oh, great. Let's see if I can get it around here without going into anyone's... Can I do 10 here, 10 here, and then 10 there?
Sure, go ahead.
For 30? Okay. So she is going to go over here. As my bonus action, I'm going to rage. And then she's going to yell, "Do not touch my little man!" And then I'm going to take my hand axe and try to come cracking down on his skull.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me as the blade begins to shimmer in the light, that the small amount of light that cascades down from the top. The Griff has just enough time to look over, almost in bullet time motion, as the axe begins to swoop down towards him. What did you make for your attack roll?
That's a 19 to hit.
A 19 absolutely hits as you cleave. What's that? What'd you say?
I just subtracted 2 because of the strength thing.
Perfect. Okay, go ahead and roll some damage for me.
Oh no. Okay, so for damage, that's gonna be Love my internet. Love my internet. This is great. Oh my god, it's another 1 for the damage. 4.
No.
4 total.
All right.
5-6, because I get another because I'm raging.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. As you cleave down on the creature, it moves just slightly out of the way. You cut directly through its ear. You watch as its ear goes flying off of the other side. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Oksana?
That was an action. I think I have a bonus action. I'm gonna hit again.
Well, you bonus action rage.
Did rage.
And then
Bonus action rage.
yeah, your bonus
I
action was
raged.
rage. Yeah.
Thank you for knowing what I'm doing more than I am. End of turn.
Okay, fair enough. Hang on one second. As Oksana kind of lets loose with her rage after taking the hit, she throws her head back as she claims victory over all of this. However, a few droplets of the blood now begin to fall down towards the ground. And almost in slow motion, the 2 trickles of golden blood now hitting the ground, the heart itself of Yara. You watch as it begins to rumble the ground all around you. Everybody in the combat situation now stopping for a moment to look around. And as you look down directly at Oksana's feet, the ground has now turned into a much pinkish hue and becomes much more rubbery as almost fleshy tissues begins to scatter out directly around the spot where the blood fell originally. Immediately, the eye begins to look down directly at the blood itself as it hits the ground. You watch as now numerous tentacles begin to pull up from the ground. They lurch themselves directly into your enemies. Pulling up through their back, you watch as they contort themselves in demonic ways, as you watch their heads now begin to slide off from the side, tearing out from their necks. You see the tentacles themselves now take over the heads as small little eyes begin to peer out to each of you. It seems that Ajax and the rest of his companions have now completely been taken over, whatever this strange blood brain creature is. You hear a whisper throughout all of your minds. She is the one, get her. We're going to go ahead and resume combat at this point in time. That is going to take Tristan. Tristan, you are up. What would you like to do, my friend?
Tristan will make his way here. And he will cast again, but this time aiming at the brainy thing.
Nice.
Okay.
Because no, I'm not doing that shit. That's 17, 22.
22. So you're throwing another tombstone?
Yeah, another tombstone. Yeah.
Okay. Again, pulling up a tombstone from the ground, one hand down, almost inevitably reaching for a next one. You thrust it forward. As it does, it flies towards the large brain creature on top of the pedestal. It hits directly in the eye of the creature. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
11 damage.
11 points of damage. Very good. Again, you hear a reverberation of a strange squeal throughout your minds. It stops you for a brief moment, but you're able to shake it off, like hearing nails on a chalkboard for a moment. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Tristan?
No, that's it.
Okay. As the now tentacle-based creatures all turn their attention towards Oksana, the voidpyre is going to immediately make its way over to Oksana. V, you don't get an opportunity to attack because it's still within range. It's going to take its 2 claws now, rapidly slashing down towards you. First attack is going to be a 17, which hits. Second does not hit. The first attack slashes down towards you. You take an additional 3 points of damage as it scrapes down across your chest, leaving a large bedded wound directly on just above your breast. The second, you're able to catch it just in time as you hold onto your chest area, pushing it aside with your blade. It kind of furrows backward a little bit. That is going to end its turn. Sicarius, you are up. What would you like to do?
I am going to continue my attack onto Ajax. You shall pay for all the lives you have disrupted. Take my swing. That is a 16 plus 5, so 21 to hit.
21 absolutely hits as you begin to slice once again towards Ajax. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
I am also going to channel some power. My eyes are going to turn black as I swing, and I'm going to smite him.
All right.
So, ooh, nice, 6, 5. So that's 11. That's 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25, 20. 27 points.
27 points. You're easily able, with all of your might, you embed or harness the holy energy that completely surrounds you at this point in time, focusing it on the handle of your blade as you slice down towards Ajax. You cleave directly through the body itself. You watch as the tentacle now cuts in half as well, one part of it now slithering away as you bisect Ajax directly in the center, half of his body now tipping over and falling down into the pit. The vicious attack happening so quickly that his legs still stand for a brief moment, but quickly fall over to the side. That is going to take out Ajax.
Nice.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Then I'm going to just move right here in front of the eye.
Okay, fair enough. As you move over to the eye itself, a number of tentacles now coming up from the ground, more than just the two, and begin to wail around, trying to grapple at all of you. I need... hold on, let me see what chat did. All right, I am going to do this as advantage, and that is going to be... Is anyone's AC under 16?
Oh yeah.
Mine.
Is anybody's over 16?
17.
17. Okay. As the tentacles now rise up and begin to whip around you, they're like little sharp serrated edges on it, almost like little tiny paper cuts. As they whip towards you, each of you take 2 points of slashing damage.
Everybody? All right.
Even myself.
Other than
on the other side?
Sicarius. Yeah, everybody except
How many
Sicarius.
was that again? Sorry.
That's 2 points,
2 points.
of slashing damage.
Thanks.
Wait, would that include Basil as well?
That's everybody. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do that, and starting the poll again. Okay. So that is going to take us back to the top of the round. V, you're up. What would you like to do?
Bonus action. She will turn to Grimore and say, "Get out of here!" And she'll grab whatever limb is closest and literally like slide him through her legs back. I can't grab him, but back behind her and Sicarius. Like, sorry, Bobby, I can't move your token.
Wanted you to do. There you go.
Okay,
Sorry.
as you begin to pull the Grimore out of the way, it is going to give the creature an opportunity attack against Basil. That's going to be a 16 to, or sorry,
What have I done?
Grimoire.
Why have I angered you?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep focused on everything that's happening right now. I'm sorry if I mess up the names. Grimore, does a 15
no.
hit you? What?
No, but there's no opportunity attack when someone else moves you out of when you're not the person leaving the range. That's why I pulled him.
All right, fine. Then he doesn't get an opportunity attack against you. I'm gonna have to look this up later because I don't.
I'm sorry. If you
don't
wanna
remember
roll-
that
if you wanna
rule.
roll that
But
way,
no, it's fine. I don't want to stop things at this point.
Okay. And then V will take her dagger and throw it directly at the eye.
All right.
13 plus 18 to hit.
13 plus 18 to hit.
No, sorry, I was adding 18 to hit.
Okay, as again you kind of pull Grimore out of the way underneath your legs. Sicarius, now catching on to what you're trying to do, pulls him a little bit further as you flick your blade up once again, catching it directly by the tip. Quickly and precisely, you toss it up towards the eye of the giant brain. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
That is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. With the dagger now directly embedded in the eye, a louder screech, more so than you've heard before from this creature, now emanates throughout the entire area from what your mind's eye believes. It is looking very, very damaged at this point in time. V, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
All right, Basil, you're up. What would you like to do, my friend?
All right, I'm going to do something wild. I'm going to move and dash to here. So I'm moving past Jed, and then between these guys up and around to this side of the brain. And as bonus action, I want to plunge my hand into the pink matter of the brain.
Hold on. You moved how far? What's your movement speed?
30 foot.
It's 20 feet up.
Yeah, it's 20 feet up. So you'd make it halfway up through the pillar with a dash action.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So hang on. With the dash action, because I was back here. So 40, 50, 60. So I'd be kind of like next to Sicarius and V at that point, would I?
Correct.
So like kind of here. Very well. Then I guess I will double move to there and call it a day.
All right, fair enough. That is going to bring up the brain itself. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. That is going to bring up the brain's turn, as it is going to use the two larger tentacles to try and make a grapple. Well, first a grapple towards Oksana. And that is definitely going to miss you as you duck out of the way of the large tentacle. The second now coming around, trying to reach towards... it wouldn't be able to make it to Oksana, so it's going to try and grapple. Actually, it's just going to make an attack against Sicarius. That is going to be an 18 to hit, as the tentacle whips you directly in the back. You take... where the hell's that dice? You take 6 points of slashing damage as you feel a hot burn hit your back, as the point of the tentacles kind of snaps towards you, almost like a towel in a locker room. That is going to end its turn, and Jed is also going to try and what does Jed have? Does he have a ranged attack at all? Did I give him a ranged attack? I did not. Fantastic. He's going to just try and make an attack against the bandit that's directly beside him. And that is going to be a hit as he slashes forward with his scimitar, cutting directly across the chest of the bandit. That is going to be this. 5 points of damage. As he makes contact with the creature, the bandit now looking down, the Gif now looking down, as he holds onto his chest, he looks up for one last time, eyes going wide as they roll back into his head. He falls back down into the pit.
Why?
That is going to end that turn. That takes care of that. The bandit is going to try and maneuver again over to... he can't really get a shot off on Oksana, so he'll go ahead and make an attack against Sicarius, because Sicarius is right there. Moving into range, he takes out a large great club. I'm sorry, Sicarius, that's going to be a natural 20.
Of course.
Oh, shit.
Where's my D8? So 8. That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage as he comes down directly from behind you, hitting you on the top of the head.
That hurts.
All right.
You have the potion. You're holding the potion. You and Tristan have the potions.
Do we?
All right, Grimore, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay. Well,
Grimore, super misty-eyed, looks at his peg leg, the jagged edge on it. Starts sort of like backing up, like out of what he thinks the fight is, and he runs into the leg of the Gith that's behind him. And he looks up, and then this is going to be a bite attack, but just for flavor, what he does is he grabs the leg and he flips his leg up and stabs him in the taint with the peg leg that's been broken off.
Nice. A taint shot? I like it.
So that is a 18 to hit.
As you bite towards the taint of this creature, that's an absolute hit. Chomping down directly between
Peg leg stab.
Oh, peg leg stab. Okay. As you kind of reach down, kicking upward towards the GIF. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
And that's sneak because he's in combat with
Absolutely.
Sicarius, right? That's 7 plus. Plus 1. 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points. Okay, so as you do, the sharp serrated edges of your now broken peg leg pierces directly up in the taint of the bandit. Feeling the pain, you hear him cry out in pain as he slightly moves back a little bit. As you get pulled forward, your leg now embedded in between the ball sack and the asshole of this GIF. You're able to quickly.
Thanks for the specifics.
Yeah, it's fine. You pull down on your leg, able to jar it loose from the creature. It is now looking in a lot of pain. Yeah, the perineum. Sorry, Court. I didn't see you there. I should have, used my inside voice. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Grimore?
Bonus action, disengage. So he's then gonna, after dislodging it, scoot himself back, and just get a little bit, off to the side, so he's out of its range.
Fair enough. That is going to take us to Oksana. Oksana, what would you like to do?
Oksana heard the voice in the head too, right?
Everyone would have heard the voice.
Okay. I'm going to pass the vampire or voidpyre. I'll take the opportunity.
It's still in range.
Oh, that's true.
It's still in range. You're okay.
Not if she goes up.
I'm about to leave.
Okay. So as you move out of the range of the voidpyre, it's going to go ahead and make 2 attacks against you. But you're far too nimble and move too quickly as you maneuver out of the way, continuing to climb up towards the brain itself. You watch as the eye now quickly turns towards you as it stares down at you, helpless at this point. What would you like to do, Oksana?
She's going to take, because she knows that she's feeling weaker, so she's going to grab her axes. Can I reach around the pillar and lock them so I can do almost a Mulan thing where she scoots up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you continue to make your way up. You've now reached the very top of the pillar, eye in eye with the brain itself. It looks at you. You see a look of fear on its face from you. What would you like to do?
She's going to take both of her axes above her head and slam them as hard as she can into the brain, and she's going to let out this crazy warrior scream.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Exactly like that. Okay, I would be using the bonus and the action. So the first one, that's gonna miss. That's gonna be a 5 to hit. Second one will be, that's gonna be a 14 to hit.
A 14 to hit. As you let loose, you pull down directly on top of the creature, being this close within range of it. That is going to be a hit. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
That's gonna be, I forget what my dice are. 1d6. That's going to be 9 points of melee damage, bludgeoning.
All right. Let me just double check. In that case, Oksana, tell us the tale of how you vanquished your mightiest foe.
Oksana, in her bloodlust and her rage, I'm basically gonna perform a lobotomy. I'm gonna see if I can like cleave it directly in half, or just keep going until both hemispheres whoop, fall off on either side.
All right, as you come down with your two blades, finding directly in the center, you push through with all your might. You feel some tension against your blades. However, it's not enough to endure your rage at this point, as the silvery blackish blood now begins to spurt out the side of it. You watch as the eye kind of shifts back and forth, not knowing what to do, but it quickly stops as the two halves cleave, falling on either side of the pillar. A sickening thud hits the ground as the tentacles continue to flail for a moment. However, a moment later, they fall, all the creatures all around you falling as well, being pulled down directly into the pit itself. And as all goes quiet for a moment, you hear a rumbling coming from behind you. You hear other rumblings from around the cage or around the area, all becoming more and more loud behind it, as you hear a loud silence all around you, as if machines have finally stopped. And as Oksana leaps down from her pillar, looking towards all of you, you take a few moments to take stock of everything that happens. But as you can begin to look over your body and look over the wounds, you watch from your feet all the way up.
Foot.
In some cases, foot.
Jesus Christ.
Slowly begin to vanish away
What?
from the area. You look at each other with shock and dismay, just as each eye line begins to vanish from sight altogether.
Cool.
You find darkness for a moment. But suddenly, your vision comes back in front of you. You suddenly find yourself once again standing on Jed's ship. Looking over your bodies, you see that your wounds have now healed. Unsure of what's happening all around you, you look at each other in dismay and confusion. Taking stock, you see all of your companions standing around you, including Jed. There's one additional body. A body almost completely made of stars. V, you would recognize this body from your vision as the spirit of Yara herself now stands directly in front of you. You have done well, champions. Vacated my body of those who have invaded. Destroyed the voidpyres and Ajax in all of their contentments. I thank you for this.
You are welcome. What is your name?
You do not recognize my face? As she points towards the goddess of Yara.
Holy shit.
So you were talking to somebody other than Basil.
Yes. This is Yara. Thank you also for helping a little bit with the eyesight there.
No, I must thank you immensely for not only saving the tribes that resided on my now vacant body, but giving me a moment to relay this back to you.
So what now?
Well, thanks to you and what the Chosen One has done, I live for but a moment.
Do you... Strange. Somebody has my eyesight. Do you have something that I could give to him in exchange for it?
You are not to worry anymore, V. The gift that I have gifted you has returned your sight. It will remain.
Thank you. That's very kind.
You may only live for one more moment. Is that what you say?
I have but short time here. Thanks to what you've done today,
Where will you
Oksana.
go? Me? What do you mean? Me and my friends, yes?
Your friends helped, but it was your blood that allowed me this few short moments on this plane.
My blood. What is so special about my blood?
There is only one way to raise a god or goddess. Only a god seed can do this.
Oksana is
You are
the
saying
god
I am
seed.
God seed? This must be some kind of mistake.
There is no mistake.
There is no way I am God seed.
There is much for you to learn from yourself, then. But is without doubt, only a god seed can give this power back to a god.
Should I keep this a secret? I know many people are hunting this power.
You must be weary of those who you can trust with this information. There are many out there who will look for it.
Do I have some kind of purpose, some kind of job? What must I do?
Live your life to the fullest potential. Do with it what you will. But again, be cautious. What you hold inside of you is precious. There are many who would seek it to see the return of the gods.
She'll kind of like take a step back and just nod. And then she'll say, I am glad that I could help you. I thank you for this information. She'll step back beside Grimore.
Can
Processing.
you... sorry, Jess. There's lag. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Can you help us with something? We're trying to get home, and I don't know if you can help us get there or not.
My power here is fleeting, but I believe I have enough to get you home. When you are ready, come take my hands, as she holds it out to all of you. Join each other, and I will bring you where you need to go.
I'm a little sad to leave this place now.
Hey, y'all don't need to worry about
What?
me. I got this place. I've been holding this place down since long before you got here. And if you ever come back, well, you got a place to stay.
You sure you don't want to come with us, Jed?
Nah, that ain't my jam. Who's gonna take care of Gary?
Don't tell anyone, Jed, but I'm going
This
to
is
miss you a
true.
little bit.
I'll miss you too, V. But mostly, I'm a Miss Bandage guy.
I'll go to the goddess. I'm like, let's get the head out of here.
Well, I'm definitely gonna miss that cooking.
Grimore will finally look up from his broken peg leg, and just sniffle, and then he'll look at Oksana and pull his hand up, like help him raise him to his feet, and he'll walk over to Jed. Jed, can I ask you to do us like one last favor?
Of course, I'd do anything for you guys.
Take good care of Pork for me, all right?
He looks down at Pork, who's now returned back up to the deck. I mean, as long as he doesn't eat any more of my ideas. Or he's got to come up with his own. That's a rule.
You'll be good, right, Pork? And he'll pet Pork one last time. And take his place in the circle.
Yeah, I got him. As he picks up Pork and kind of cradles him a little bit. A big smile across his face. Y'all ain't got to worry. I'll take care of the rest over on this part.
Thank you for your kindness, Jed. And when Grimore grabs her hand, she'll look at his leg and she'll say, "Do not worry, little man. We will fix this."
You know.
Basil will walk over to Jed, and as he does, he pulls out one of the pages from his book and just kind of folds it up a few times. He goes to give Jed just kind of like a firm handshake and give him the bit of parchment as well. And he says, though we may not have met in the most ideal of circumstances, a more stalwart companion one could not have asked for when traversing such strange and foreign seas. May the winds always be in your favor, Jed.
I don't know what you said, but it sounded real good, Basil. You take care of yourself. And take care of these people. They're good people. As he kind of takes the page and slips it into his pocket for a second.
Sakaris will also head over to Jed, extend his arm out in gratitude. Appreciate all the help you gave us. We were completely lost, and you showed the way. It is hard to find people we can trust nowadays.
Hey, man, you know anybody that ever's going to the Astral Sea, you tell them to look me up. I do work for commission sometimes.
Will do.
Is Yara still there?
She's gone now.
Waiting.
We lost her
Waiting
trip.
for us. Waiting for us.
Can't go home anymore.
I wanted to go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just gonna close up the Jed thing. V will go over to Jed and she'll put her hand on his shoulder and say, "From where I'm from, we never say goodbye. We always say, 'I'll see you soon.' So I'll see you soon, Jed."
Yeah, I'll see you later, Freckles. You take care.
Glad you noticed. She'll wink and then join the circle.
Okay. As you all congregate in the circle, holding out hands in a chain around one another, you take a moment to look at the companions and your time here. And while it's been a vicious one, something's been formed here today. Who knows where it will go from here? Suddenly, Yara begins to grow brighter and brighter. Bright enough so none of you can see past the light itself. As Jed stands back, holding on to Pork, he watches as you all vanish from sight.
As we fade away, I look towards Jed and I'll nod.
We'll give a nod back. As you vanish from sight, he looks down into Pork's arms. I mean, they were some of the strangest clients I ever did have. Didn't pay well either, but they were all right. As he reaches into his pocket and pulls out the scrap of paper that Basil handed to him, he opens it up and finds a drawing of all 6 of you on the ship that Jed traverses. As he closes it back up, putting it in his pocket, he moves back to his corridors. And as all fades away, we find ourselves in another strange place. Somewhere deep below the strongholds, a limping man approaches a mirror. Marcus, now thoroughly injured, arm broken, limping more and more, looks towards the mirror itself. I'm sorry, my lady. We could not contain the one that you wished for. But she returns to your place soon.
Uh-oh.
As he bows down in front of the mirror, you see in the reflection a woman standing in a red crimson armor. As she bows her head, as the mirror fogs over once more. And that, my friends, is going to be a story for another day.
Damn.
Woo! Oh man, we did it. Also, really good job, Dave.
Awesome, Dave.
Nice close of an arc there.
Cheers, guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone who's stuck around up until this point. Thank you so much. I know we went a little bit over, but I wanted to wrap up the arc today. We are going to be, well, some of us are going to head over to Discord and do a little hangout. We typically do after parties, and I'm sure there's lots to be talked about at the end of this one. I don't know who's up right now, who's streaming. So I think we're just going to close off for the night. Yeah, with that said, before we let you go, to all the adventurers out there, whether finding yourself in the Astral Sea, floating around with new companions and a new pet, fighting against vicious foes in the body of a goddess, or hanging out with friends around a table, I beg of you all, one word of caution. Be careful out there. You can trip. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.
Level 3. Level 3.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention. Y'all go ahead and
Right.
get your level 3s on.
Woo!
See you next time, guys.
See you next time, guys. Take care.